Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Drop Frames. It is spooky season, October the 6th, our first show. The Twitch world is in full swing for spooky season. Everyone's playing their spooky games. Silent Hill, I guess, just came out. Yeah. Wait, it's early access right now. It doesn't come out till Tuesday, but it's 3 day. There's early access for Silent Hill.
Early head start.
Early head start. There you go. Yeah.
Is that for everybody, or is that
you buy
if
it?
you pay for it.
You pay for it.
Everyone if you pay for it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it reviewed well, so it's supposed to be pretty good. Everyone seems to be enjoying it, but a little
Playing
weird for the
tomorrow.
early access thing.
Very excited.
Yeah, the early access thing's a little strange. Anyways, I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like a month. We haven't done a show together since the weekend before TwitchCon. So it probably has been a month.
shit?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, the 15th. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a decent amount of stuff to discuss and go over. Some of the stuff I don't know if we've talked about yet, so we'll kind of have to get through all of that and check in with chat to see if we have discussed it, which are always my favorite shows. I love those shows. But first, Zeke, how was TwitchCon? How did you enjoy it? Not enjoy it? Want to go back? Want it right now? You're good for a year. Where are you at with it?
No, it's great. TwitchCon was awesome. Well, awesome. I don't know. It was fun. Yes.
Okay.
But it's getting less and less like I ever want to buy tickets to the actual event.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I've heard this from so many people. Yeah, please go on.
Yeah. It's less that I want to buy tickets to the event and just like hang out outside or something like that and find a place for, people to congregate, because the event itself, like, unless you have like something you want to get out of it, to something you want to learn, like the show floor is just like, it's okay. But it's not great. And like I looked through the panels, like I wanted to participate, I want to be like, okay, let's see what we can get. And then I looked through a lot of the panels, and I looked through, from day to day to day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a lot of that shit like isn't for me personally, because it's, it's a lot of new streamer or up and coming streamer stuff, like how to grow your brand, how to do this, how to do that. And, I've been doing this for, 12 years now. So it's just like, I kind of have most of that stuff, like a good idea of what I want to do and what I can improve on and stuff like that, or how much effort I'm willing to put into like improving my channel and shit, which is not much anymore, because like I'm in a position where like, very laudable position where I'm comfortable with what I have, So the funnest, honestly, the most fun I had was doing the improv panel.
Okay. The panel.
Me and Business actually asked me again, because we did this once before, to do improv for streamers, and that was a blast. We had a lot of fun, and it's one of the very rare topics that I feel comfortable enough and skilled enough to like impart to other people, like to teach to other people, because I did it for so long and I have so much background in it. But that was super fun. But other than that, like it was all about like the gatherings. And I don't want to say parties, because I didn't party like I used to. Like if you saw me at the end of the first TwitchCon, like by the time Deadmau5 was done playing, I was slurring, I was sloppy. I was just like, this is the best.
Oh my God. I remember partner parties in the early years. I say early years because this was probably 10 years ago at this point. I don't know when the first TwitchCon was, but might have been about 10 years ago. I remember some of those partner parties at the end of it, when you were on the dance floor just spinning and trying to dance because you had a little bit too much to drink. You were just the life of the party back then. And now it's not the case.
I was single and ready to mingle.
Yeah. That was way too long ago. Way too long ago. What about the
Yeah,
IRL
so
streams,
just-
by the way? That was the
Oh,
big
okay.
conversation I saw, was that
Okay.
the IRL streams need to, something's got to happen, is what I ultimately saw on Twitter around all of that. What's your take
Well,
on it? You were
the
there.
evolution of the IRL stream at TwitchCon, it's become pretty prevalent. Like,
Mhm.
there are certain areas where you're not allowed to live stream, and so you can escape the live streaming and stuff like that if you want to. Or I mean, yeah, if there's the partner lounge. If you're a partner, you can go there. They don't allow live streaming in there.
Okay.
And there's certain sections I think that you can go to. But I will say this: when live streaming IRL stuff first became a big deal, it was super intrusive and in your face. There was so many less of them, but
Okay.
they were much more like, "Hey, you want to be on my stream?" Blah blah. Now, my experience this year was everybody was live streaming, but no one was like pulling you out of the if you're walking, no one was pulling you out and asking. It was way less intrusive. So
Okay.
it was more prevalent, less intrusive. So I don't know which one which one is better, or if live streaming shouldn't be allowed at TwitchCon, but it didn't really
seems-
bother me
yeah.
because they mostly kept to themselves.
Yeah, I think that there's like an etiquette now amongst IRL streamers. For the most part, there's obviously some exceptions to that etiquette rule.
Like
which
anyone that streams on Kick.
Yeah, like anyone that streams on Kick. That's a great way to put it. But for the most part, like, people kind of will, do their own shit, keep the camera focused on them or pointed at them, even if they're talking to people. I saw most of at least the Twitch IRL streamers, like, anytime someone approached them, they're like, "Hey, do you mind being on camera?" They would just flat out ask them. So
Smart.
I'm glad that exists.
That's what every time any of that happens, it's exactly how
That's how it should go. Yeah. Obviously, all the Kick bullshit nonsense that happened, that's a completely
Oh my
different.
god, dude. The stuff that
thing.
happened to Nick.
Yeah. I
oh.
mean, it was. Yeah.
He definitely handled that like a champion.
Yeah. There was a lot. I mean, I don't know if it was the same person, but like Extra Emily was basically being like stalked outside of her hotel on an IRL stream. There was just like some real fucked up nonsense going on. That I don't like. Twitch can't ban people from San Diego. So
I mean, well, that's true. They can ban him from TwitchCon though, and
They
to
can.
Kick's credit,
They did, yeah.
A lot of the people that were acting the fool from Kick's side actually got banned off Kick.
oh,
So,
really?
I mean,
I didn't know
yep.
that. Okay, that's good to hear.
That's
Yeah.
good at least.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good. Well, cool. You ready for next year, Zeke? Are you good for TwitchCon for a year? You saw everyone you needed to see.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see everybody that you can. I honestly I wish, and I'm again afforded the privilege to say something like this, but like, I wish there were two cons, one for everybody and one for streamers, because, that is, it's like when you go to when the accountants have a convention, you go talk to other accountants,
Yeah.
and you have the same you have the similar lifestyle, you have stuff already in common to talk about and stuff like that. And I love meeting people who watch my stream and stuff like that, and I love hanging out and stuff but I also would love to have a time where it's just for me and my streamer buddies.
Yeah. That's
always super cool.
outside of the partner party, right? Like more than that. So that makes sense.
And the partner party was cool too. The partner party and the big everybody party was fun.
Yeah.
Especially the street party, because what they did for the big party, for the everybody party this year, that you had to pay for, of course, but
Yeah.
they shut down a section of the gas lamp, which is like the district with all the hotels and restaurants that most people stay in or congregate in and stuff like that, just across the street from the convention center, for those of you who don't know.
Mhm.
But they shut down a couple of blocks of the downtown gas lamp part, and they had food vendors in front of their own restaurants, serving little bits of their own food, serving alcohol, stuff like that. They had a couple of stages. They had a bunch of side streets where it was you could play pool over here, you could play foosball, you could play cornhole, or all kinds of like bar games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was actually really cool because it was very nice and wide spread out. I never felt like crowded. The only place I was crowded was like the stages, because that's how stages work.
Yeah.
But it was easy to navigate around. It wasn't like
That's cool.
cramped or anything like that. It was great.
Yeah. Seems like they got it figured out. I thought this comment was great. MKY says, did Zeke bow to the Ass Lord or whatever he was called? Talking about the Grass Lord, but went for the Ass Lord. Did you meet the Grass Lord?
Oh, the touch grass thing.
Yeah, the touch grass guy.
Yeah. I didn't see him. I didn't see whoever that was.
I don't know why that was they made that a thing. That was a weird.
It was a weird
It seems
thing.
counterproductive to Twitch. It's like, go touch grass, I guess, but bring your phone so you can live stream it.
I don't know. He was like walking around in the show, and like that was just. Did y'all watch the keynote? The keynote was also strange. That like.
I missed it.
You didn't miss anything. They didn't. As kind of the go-to thing now is there was not much there. They didn't really have any new, apart from like shared chat, which they talked a little bit about of how that's going to work, and I think is now functional if you do the stream together. The program or whatever it's called, that we do not utilize. You can take part in shared chat. It's not available for anyone else. So
Sorry, chat.
yeah. We'll have to wait for that. Although I've heard two things. One, I've heard the people that have used it actually say it's great and they really enjoy it, and that it's a tool that needs to be like further developed a little bit more. And two, if you have automated bots, it gets real weird because the bots will start like automating against each other, and they'll start like timing like timed messages out and trying to get rid of the bot.
I love it, dude.
Oh yeah.
So you get like bot wars.
If your bot posts links, and your bot is automatically like,
I wonder if you
ask
could like
permission.
fight them.
Yeah, so there's like some bot wars that happen in a handful of the chats that I saw, which is kind of fun.
I like it. Yeah.
I guess if you time out the bot in the shared chat, no, it doesn't post to the normal chat. I don't know the solution. I guess just like turn it off or something for shared chat. I don't know how that.
You just have to have them ignore. You'd have to you can set bot status.
You can set it to ignore it.
Yeah, what if you could set it to like ignore other mods or whatever?
Yeah. But
I was just picturing like if I had a bot and Ko and I shared chat, like Ko's bot would come back to his channel like
be crying,
dejected and abused, crying like this bot was so mean to me.
I didn't know places like that existed.
Exactly. So.
But to answer the questions in chat and you, JP.
Yeah, you were given a request at my
did I complete my mission?
All right.
Yeah. Did I complete my mission to meet Hassan Abi? No.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
It's a hard one. I knew it would be.
He was at a place that I was at.
Okay.
And by the time I was like, oh shit, he's here. It's like, and then I started asking, I was like, no, he left already. I was like, all right, well.
He's kind of a recluse, according to his stream. So, yeah. I get it.
I didn't like, it was like, if he was in the same room as me, I'd be like, there we go. But I'm not going to go out of my way to like.
You're not going to track him down and stalk him and look at his stream. He's over there.
No, because I feel like kind of silly because I don't watch his channel.
Yeah.
So like I come up to him and be like, hey, I don't watch your stuff, but I'm supposed to meet you. Hi.
It's funny enough.
Like, back away.
Funny enough, I think most streamers would be like, all right, cool, take the photo and move forward. It wouldn't be that crazy. Yeah. Wouldn't be that out of the ordinary. Yeah. But yeah. Well, cool. That was TwitchCon. I was talking with Gassy Mexican, who obviously went this year.
Yeah.
I might go. Maybe next year maybe we'll go and check it out, see what's going on. Maybe we'll do maybe even see if we can do a drop frames or something. I don't know if they'll let us do that because we're not cool anymore, but they might give us something or have a meetup or something for the three of us.
Oh, yeah. No,
maybe they'll give us a pity room. They'll give us like a broom closet for 30 minutes or something, and we can like.
I'm for it.
Do a show out of that.
Yeah.
We'll do a pity room. That'd be fun.
No, I bet we'd be fine. It would be fun, and I do miss that. Because, God, it's like, when was the last one we did?
Long time ago.
It was probably at PAX, because we used to do them more frequently at PAXs when we would do our live shows. We did them every year at TwitchCon, but PAX was twice a year. I don't remember the last time I went to a con, to be honest. It was definitely before COVID.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what year. The thing with cons for me is they're all kind of the same. And it's exactly what Zeke was saying, where like the more that I went to after going to cons since like 2009, the more you just don't give a shit about the show floor. Like there's nothing that you want to, like you do it for like maybe a day and then you never have any point to go back to the con. For me, it was always, like Zeke said, the outside activities, the going to dinner and hanging out with people at, bars and blah, 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 blah. That was always the fun part of the conventions. It was never the being on the show floor. Cause like, I don't need to go hang out with like, I don't know who even was on the show floor this year. Zeke, it's not game companies, right? It's like streamer.
Oh my God. That's one of the weirdest things is on the show floor. Like, two of the biggest like advertising and booths, one was for Chevron.
What?
And one was for Honda.
I knew Chevron sponsored it. I didn't know Honda was there. But like, what did they do?
And acne cream.
What? Acne cream?
Nope, that's cool.
No, that was in the swag bag. The acne cream was in the swag bag. I saw that.
Oh, do you? Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Do you have the swag bag? I want to see how. Wow.
Dude, the partner or the affiliate swag bag.
You got to hold that up again.
The affiliate swag. Oh, I will. I'm putting stuff in it. The affiliate swag bag was better than the partner swag bag. So this is the partner swag bag. You get this, and then you get defeat the breakouts, level up your skin, unlock clear skin with Defrin. And you can get some offers right now if you want to scan that code. Yeah, go ahead, scan it. Be my guest. I don't give a shit.
What the hell?
And then you get that. You get a little card. And then you get one of the tubes, a little tube of different acne cream. And you get this bag is actually part of the swag.
That's the most
it's a little
depressing.
Yeah. It's a little clear bag that you can because the backpacks shit is a huge hassle. Like, you can't bring backpacks in. You can bring purses and stuff, but you can't bring backpacks and blah 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 blah. So this is a good thing if you want to carry some like other shit. I think that's mainly what this was like, do you want to carry other better shit? Here you go.
Okay.
Because they gave you that, and they gave you, this was the only other thing in there.
These Chevron
controller caps. Chevron and Twitch on them.
Oh, dude, you got to use that Chevron one. I knew that those were in there, but I never saw photos of the actual keycap the actual. They're meant to go on like the nubs of a controller, right? Like
God.
here.
Yeah, that's what they are. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
It was pretty disappointing.
Wow.
As far as I mean, I get like there's thousands more partners than every year or whatever. So I get like not stocking like super expensive shit, but like the affiliates got like a pair of sunglasses. Oh. I'm like, that's useful actually.
Yeah, that's at least something you can use or want to use.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the swag was pretty lackluster this year. But yeah, the sponsorships, that was the whole, like, the big turnoff for the whole thing. For me personally was like, you go on the show floor and it's very specific, like, as far as like, who are we trying to appeal to? It's like people who play like Call of Duty, people who play, like certain modular, like singular games.
Yeah.
And people who like Chevron and Honda. I guess.
Big streamer population loves Chevron. They can't get enough.
Big into
I'm a
Chevron.
Chevron stan right here.
Yeah.
Chevron stan.
That's so fucking weird.
The weird thing is like you walk the show floor, you walk past Call of Duty, you walk past Chevron, you walk past Honda, and then I saw a sign that said indie booth, and I'm like, that's my spot. I'm gonna walk up there, and I walked up there. 4 booths, 4 games, and one was a tabletop game. It was.
I wonder if they charge too much.
Pathetic.
Like, I wonder.
Maybe.
I don't know what a booth goes for anymore at TwitchCon. I used to know, and it was pretty expensive, but these days I don't know if it's
Tell me
gone up
something,
or
Zeke.
down.
Tell me something. Was it like there was only 4 things there and a ton of empty space?
True. Good question.
No. Because the convention hall, like it's huge, it's enormous, but Twitch only gets like, I don't even know what the percentage of it is, but I want to say like less than half of what like San Diego Comic-Con uses. You know, so they have just a section of the convention hall like for TwitchCon, because Comic-Con gets like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands. Like TwitchCon gets like 40, 50, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's the space you use is drastically smaller, but it is filled up.
Okay.
But it's filled up with like the glitch theater, like the stage, like, and the LAN party section had a big section. The place where you go get your tickets had a big section, or go get your badges had a big section.
Got
but
it.
like,
Damn.
they could. I looking at the layout, they definitely could have made room for more games.
That's what I was wondering. And it
to be on the floor. Yeah. They absolutely could have made more room for it. Because like most of the stuff that they saved room for was empty most of the time. Like, I'm sure it filled up at like certain hours of certain days, but for the rest of the time, it was just fucking empty.
Yeah.
Like, there was nobody sitting in like the 100 seats of the LAN party thing.
There's always been the question of like, what is TwitchCon? Like, who is it trying to service? Is it trying to service the like big streamers to get like meet and greets? Is it trying to service the like, the Chevrons of the world, which I guess is a thing that is maybe
it is. That's a thing.
Or like, is it trying to do, like what PAX does with their games, their indies, Indie Alley or whatever. And they also have Artist Alley at TwitchCon as well.
That's honestly the coolest thing to see every year is Artist Alley.
That's what everyone echoes.
They have
as
a
well.
huge, like, it's a big section of the it's a level up from the actual con floor, which is nice because it's nice and brightly lit. It's not like, Chevron's not like pumping the fucking drum and bass shit in your ear.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Oil,
and that's where it's also
oil.
like, yeah. gas and oil. It's also next to the the indoor food court as well. So you can get like the Artist Alley and then like tables for, putting your snacks, eating lunch on or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But that's always cool. The Artist Alley is they give them a big enough, like a big spot to like lots of booths. I don't know how many there were, but I want to say there were at least like 50, 60 booths.
Yeah.
Great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in so much, a lot of TwitchCon these days is not, it's not for us, and it hasn't been for us for a while.
Nope.
I would also go as far as to say most of our like demographic, people that are watching this right now, I wouldn't say it's for them either. Like, it's definitely for a younger generation and a younger streamer to go and meet those folk. Like, for us, you could just find, like, we'll just be out and about walking around and you can say hi to us. Like, we'll have like, Co would probably have a meet and greet and it'll probably be packed, but you or I, they probably would not give that. I don't know if how they even do meet and greets anymore. If it's like size based or sub based or what. But I've never been asked.
And
or
I don't know.
approached. Yeah.
Probably 95% of the names on there, they're huge. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
don't know them anymore. I don't know the big streamers anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's pardon me. It's definitely like it's like this. Okay. This is how much I got recognized, stopped, blah, blah, blah. At the first TwitchCon, it was pretty high. And then it just like second TwitchCon, third TwitchCon. And then like, cause this is like, I want to say my 7th TwitchCon. And then it just, the bot just dropped out. As soon as like, thousands more partners were being made and stuff like that. I can walk around the show floor and maybe one person a day will like, hey, Zeke.
Yeah.
Where it used to be like every couple of minutes I would get stopped.
Well,
now I don't get stopped at all.
Our fans grew up with us and now they're old and have kids and can't go to a convention for a weekend and yada, 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 yada.
Exactly.
Ain't no one got time for that.
Ain't no one got time for that. Exactly.
Ain't no one got time for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, cool. That's TwitchCon. Like I said, I'll probably Max will probably be able to drag me out there next year, and we'll try to do something.
If I go back, I mean, I'll like, this is my recommendation for anybody who wants to go, but doesn't like want to spend like the money for the 3-day pass. Like the things I would recommend is get like a 1-day pass.
Yeah.
You can do the entire show floor in 1-day pass. Look up the panels. If there's any panels, look up the best day for like panels you want to see. And then you can do those panels, watch those events, whatever. Go on the show floor because you can pretty much get whatever you want out of it in like 2 to 3 hours. Oh, I will say there was the cool section. They had an arcade, an actual like a free play arcade.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty decent sized. Where it had a bunch of different games. It had old games, new games, basketball, skee ball. Like it had a lot of cool like arcade games. That was a good step.
Cool.
And I ended up having some fun in there for a little bit.
Nice.
But yeah, you don't need more than 1 day if you've been to TwitchCon before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That makes sense. The other thing that came out of the, it's not even a keynote, it's the opening ceremony, I think is what they call it, was that they're going to be in San Diego for the next 5 years. They signed a contract, so they're there for the next 5 years at that convention center. So, and
it's honestly, there's been nothing better than San Diego because they're just set up really well for it.
Yeah. I think it's fine. I know Co will know who this person is. Zeke, you mentioned not knowing half the streamers or a lot of the streamers on the list. Do you know, Zeke, who broke the all-time subscription high this past week on Twitch? You do?
Ironmouse?
Okay, yes. That is correct. Ironmouse.
Ironmouse is big enough that I know of them.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were going to or not. Ironmouse surpassed Kai Cenat with 312,000 subscribers during her subathon, which I think is still going on now. Is she still live? Yes, she is still live. Obviously, that count has dropped. She's got 86 hours left on her subathon, which has been going for 38 days or some shit at this point, which is crazy. Half of that is going to charity. It's the IDF, but it's not that IDF. Because I forget, is it the immune? What is it? Code, do you know what it is?
The IDF is the Immune Deficiency
Foundation. Yeah.
Yes.
The Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Immune Deficiency.
There you go. Yep.
Is where half of that will go. So, congrats to her and to the IDF.
Now, is it one of those subathons that like subs make it go on longer?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's why
she's never leaving. She's never getting off.
She only has like 84 hours left, and it was like 192. So I think people are slowing down now that they've bested the record. Oh,
she capped it. Okay.
Yeah, chat saying they capped it. I didn't know they capped it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, as someone that did I think I was 21 days or 19 days or something. Dude, it's going for 30 is crazy. Like that's you don't actually realize how debilitating that. Like, sure, you're getting money and the subs are great, fantastic, but also you're waking up and immediately going to work and then going to sleep and immediately like it's just nonstop. It's a lot. It's a lot. So congrats to her regardless though. 312,000 subs is fucking crazy. Now is the all-time record holder. And I guess that spawned like somewhat of a competition between her and Kai, because now he's already said like, oh, I'm gonna go and beat it and blah blah blah. So which is kind of strange, because it's like, I'm gonna go and get more money than you. At the end of the day,
if he wants to do it right, get a charity involved.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
agreed.
I agree.
That'd be the good play for sure.
I think so as well. So, I don't think anything else is going on Twitch related. Do they have anything on the blog? No, they're just talking about shared chat, and I think that's it. It's been kind of quiet in the Twitch front. What is
the twinge?
The twinge. Let me see what Zach Busey's been tweeting. He's usually up to. Twitch has reintroduced the ability to chat when watching on mobile browsers. I guess that was a thing. Oh,
it's always good.
Yeah. You can now get 100 gift subs via mobile devices.
Great. Don't ever do that.
Don't ever do that, though.
Ever. Don't ever use that feature.
Yeah.
It does not exist to any of you.
100 gift subs is $1,049 via a mobile thing, when typically that is $5.99.
That's like $300 just going to the cell phone carriers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't
do anything on
that.
mobile.
Is the Canadian price. I don't know. So it's probably like what? I don't know what the translation or the calculation is. Yeah. Cole will look it up.
How much was it?
I would, but I don't have my phone.
It's
Canadian?
1,049 Canada bucks. So it's probably like $20
Canada bucks, they're called?
USD. Yeah. Something like that.
$7.72.
Still more.
Still a lot.
Yeah. Still about $120 service fee on top of that. Trying to see if there's anything else. The September stuff was actually pretty good this year. Towards the end of it, the final month of September, or the final week, I should say, of September, it was basically gotcha for subscribers.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was kind of cool. I kind of enjoyed that. I gifted a like couple hundred subs just to see what the biggest number I could get Twitch to match, because in a lot of ways it's kind of like an infinite money glitch for streamers if you get the number from Twitch high enough. But yeah, I think the highest I got on mine was like a 39 for 100. I don't know what.
Wow. Someone
said that they saw like I think they saw 75 for like a 20 or something like that. Like there was some pretty crazy matches there. But that was cool. I thought that was a great way to handle. Sorry, I dropped something. To handle Subtober or whatever September, whatever they call it these days. I liked it. I thought it was fine. Hopefully they do that again with the gotcha thing.
I mean, with that random shit, like they have to have calculated like how much that's gonna cost them to do like random shit.
If Twitch is smart about one thing, it's probably money. Well, actually, no, that's wrong, because they haven't made any money yet. But if Twitch does like one thing, it's money. And in that regard, we could probably assume that there is probably like a Las Vegas casino thing going on, where they've planned on the back end to make sure it's going to work for them.
Yeah.
So I mean that's just I would not worry about them in that regard.
Oh, okay. Starphaser. Now, Starphaser said it was sponsored by Valorant.
Valorant was the sponsor for September. Yeah.
Yes.
If they kicked in, if Valorant kicked in, I guess that makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they were like, we'll cover a percentage of this, like okay, that makes way more sense because because I would get like 10 for 5. Like a couple of times, like people gifted 5 subs and I got 10 from Twitch.
Yeah.
And it was just like, damn, how is that? That sounds so ridiculous. Like,
right. Yeah.
What a great thing for us, but what a bad idea financially for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure Mike Minton had some sort of algorithm in place to where Twitch, the house always wins. The house always wins.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially in the
world
world
of do not worry about Twitch.
Especially in the realm of gotcha.
No, I'm not worried about them. I gladly take every money they give me.
Good.
I'm just like, I'm worried about the platform as a whole. Like,
okay,
please don't sink us because this is what I do, and you're gonna fuck me so bad if that happens.
I think they're fine. I'm not super worried about it. They also launched the power up button. Have you guys seen the power up button? This is where you can have, you can gigantify an emote. You can have on-screen celebrations. Yes. Yeah. So that's all fully live now. It also pushed channel points further down in the menu, which is what Zach is pointing out. So that's probably it for channel points at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if they just phase that shit out in a year or two, because they haven't really added anything to that system and there's no monetary benefit for it, which sucks. So
yeah, but
sorry, that came out wrong. I don't mean that I'm glad there's no monetary, but I'm saying it sucks that Twitch hasn't evolved it.
Right. But just the chat interaction alone that it creates for, my channel specifically, the loss would definitely be felt if they phase that shit out. I hope they don't.
Yeah, I hope they don't either. They also added some new categories. Co-working and studying is now a category on Twitch that you can stream to. Lego and brick building, and
cool.
Miniatures and models. I'm glad that they broke that stuff out.
That's pretty cool.
Those are good additions, because most of the time you would just sit and just chatting, and obviously that's where
or IRL.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's, those are super saturated. So it's hard to get exactly what you're looking for unless you just do a straight up search. So
no, I hope they continue to do that. I hope they continue to even break up like IRL streams, like IRL nature, like it's like channels on television. Like, do I want to watch someone who's going out on a hike?
Yeah.
Okay. That's that one. Do I want to watch someone who's doing clubs and club life? Like, that's, have their own category.
Yeah.
Oh, they already do that? Okay.
Well, they use tags.
For a lot of them. Yeah.
They use the tag system for all that stuff.
It's like a traveling one and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not broken out into like categories, as you're saying.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. Categories.
It's all just using the different tag system. So, what else is going on? The PS5 Pro went on sale. I don't think it's sold out still. Now that it's been, I think, like 10 days since that went on sale. I think it went on sale the 26th of October. I know I bought one, unfortunately, for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm not excited about it, but I purchased one.
Cool.
And I think a lot of other... I saw some other streamers that were also getting them. The 20th year, the anniversary edition, that was sold out within like 5 minutes. Those were gone immediately, because there was only like 12,300 of them available to begin with, and they were just sold out super fast. I think those were like $1,000 for the 20th anniversary versions. Even the controllers were super sought after, because they mimicked the PlayStation 1 controller, and all that different stuff. Did I say October 26th? People are hung up on that. I meant September 26th. Sorry. And they also look kind of cool. I wouldn't mind. Did you guys see the USB-C cables they put out that looked like the PlayStation 1 cables with like the big block at the end and like the little bulb? Cool. Like, that's kind of fucking cool. I wish they sold. I wish they sold those by themselves. Because I would probably get that just for nostalgia's sake. But yeah, I don't know if the PS5 Pro is still available. As of 7 days ago, it was. I wouldn't be surprised if they were still available. I think they're hitting like Amazon and Walmart and GameStop and all that on the 10th of October. Right now, the only way to get them is through the PlayStation Direct.
Well, not the only way. I mean,
well, yeah, if you know a guy, if
y'all want one, like, I mean, cheap. I'm selling them like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
At $24.99.
Okay. All right.
Good deal.
I'll let people know. I'll let people know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chat's saying they're sold out now. So I guess they did get rid of all of the ones through the PlayStation.
I probably should have ordered one.
No, wait. Dude, I bought one and I'm still like, I don't. It's literally just for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, what else?
Yeah. There's nothing I really want to play on the horizon, I don't think.
Yeah. You want to play Horizon? I heard they had an update.
I would love to play Horizon, but no, not right now.
The only thing is probably like GTA next year, so you're fine. Like, they'll probably be fully available by then. Everything else is coming out cross-platform, so
I'll take it.
Yeah, there's really. You already finished Final Fantasy VII, so you don't got to go back. It would be an Astrobot machine, but that thing already runs fucking beautifully. So
yeah,
all good there.
Yeah, I think you're good. I don't think you need to worry about it. I don't think you need to worry about it at all. Continuing to beat the dead horse, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League Season 3 debuted to less than 300 Steam players.
Wow.
So that's a thing that's still going. And they have one more season to go. With Season 4, I think, is the final promised season for that. Feels bad for that.
You ever seen...
I guess you could say at least the devs still have a job, right? Like, at least they're still being paid for that. Yeah.
You ever seen a DJ, like, at a music, like, gathering where there's, like, multiple stages? And then you see like a DJ who's on like stage F and he's playing for two people. That's what this feels like. It's like, I got paid to be here, so I guess I gotta play some music to these two people who seem to be, well, one's on their phone, but one seems to be enjoying it.
Yeah.
I think he just wandered over because he's on drugs, but he's here on the dance floor at least.
The latest character they added is Lawless, who is Deadshot's daughter, and she is a live streamer. And so the video that they showed to debut Season 3 was like her live stream.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go watch the video if you'd like.
No.
I'm not going to watch it again. I already wasted 2 minutes of fun.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. It even goes as far as to have like fake chat. So that's in there. They got some fake chat. They got a live concurrent viewer thing that goes up. She's got some different sub animations and stuff like this. At least they did, as far as like mock stream things go for that, they did a decent job at it. It's not that terrible, but it's still pretty bad at the end of the day. What else is happening? There was a bunch of stuff. This is all fixed now. But there was a PS5 home screen bug, which replaced unique video game art with ads that you could not turn off. It has since been fixed for the PS5 home screen. ad issue. But
A
yeah,
bug.
that's one of those things where it's like it was a quote bug.
A bug.
So yeah, people were pretty pissed off about that, maybe rightfully so. Nintendo shut down a bunch more fucking emulators over the past couple of weeks. I think, was it Ryujinx? What is it? Yeah, Ryujinx, the Nintendo Switch emulator, had their GitHub account disappeared, as it were. I also saw a article that said that Nintendo's going after YouTube accounts that have emulated games being shown. I don't know what.
Have you heard any actual accounts getting hit with that?
Retro Game Core said, I hate making posts like this, but I received another copyright strike this morning. I'm going to have to change the way I make videos. And so I guess it was a copyright strike. Let me open up the thing.
There are a huge amount of Twitch streamers that were very public about the fact that they were using emulators during the Zelda stuff.
Yeah. Appears that my worst fears are true and that I'm being specifically targeted by Nintendo. My Wii U video was taken down. I received another copyright strike, even though the showcase video was no different than all the tech demos and reviews that I've made on this channel previously. Yeah, so
concerning
at the very least. Yeah, we'll have to see how far Nintendo goes for that. They might just do it now and take the huge
PR
hit and then be like, hey guys, Switch 2, and everyone will just forget about it, right?
I mean, it would work.
It would work.
If the Switch 2 was good, it would work.
It would work.
I would be like, copy what? So when am I going to get to play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 how it's supposed to?
Yeah, exactly. Chat's already forgotten about it. They're talking about the Switch 2 already.
Yep, yeah, chat's already talking about the Switch 2. Yep,
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. What else is going on? Did you do the Until Dawn remake? Did you play that?
Not yet. I might.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are
not great
saying
things.
that I saw some like pushback that like it runs on the PlayStation 5, it runs at 30 FPS when the original ran at 60. And it also like looks worse than the original in a lot of ways, which is like
I love that. So it runs worse and it looks worse, and is it crashing too?
I don't know.
I hope it is. That way it runs worse.
Apparently they changed the whole art style. Oh, Dan did
I've seen the
apparently
side by side like
Really?
comparisons.
Yeah.
I've seen the side by side comparisons of like on Twitter of like the characters in their like respective scenes and stuff. And it's just fucking like terrible. Like who asked for any of this?
Really?
like-
that bad?
Well,
That's
no,
weird.
but okay. The reason why it's bad is because Until Dawn, the original is setting a mood, right? So that's like shadowy and dark. And like when you go to a pause screen and you look at like a character's face, it's like, you know, they're in this like gray blue light and stuff like that. And they're like looking around, they're scared. And they brightened everything up.
Oh.
Now I haven't played it myself, but I've seen like, and I don't believe shit you see on Twitter, but if that's true, it's not good.
Yeah.
It was fine the way it was, and the blues and the shadows and stuff like that, they're a part of setting the mood.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can't argue that.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I wish I could find. I did see some screenshots where they like straight up changed the way characters look from like clothing and like body shape and all that stuff. And so a lot of people were upset, I guess, about that, or at least concerned about that.
And let me just throw in a quick layup
Okay.
of a comment that is, it didn't need to be made.
Yeah.
The
No,
original's
hold on,
fine.
hold on.
It looks fine. It plays
Zeke.
fine.
Zeke.
No, I know.
Zeke. Money.
I know.
You
That's a
know,
really good point. Yeah.
money.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I retract my statement.
Money.
The defense, the prosecution rests.
Yeah, it's money. Speaking of money, did you guys see what they did to Horizon Zero Dawn?
Oh, no.
What? You cannot buy the original Horizon Zero Dawn anymore. They delisted it on PC and PSN for the remaster because they're remastering it. And so you cannot buy the original anymore. So you have to buy the $70 version.
Fuck you.
I think
Fuck you.
I think it's $70. Yeah.
For Horizon.
Oh, it was Epic, not PC. Okay, so yeah, I'm reading the IGN article. Sony delist original Horizon Zero Dawn on PC forces PSN requirement for the remaster. PC should be a delisted.
Horizon Zero Dawn remaster bundle.
Are you looking on Steam?
It's $50 if you get it.
Okay.
But apparently, if you already have it, it's $10.
Oh, so there is an up.
Because I'm seeing a bundle. And the bundle is only for the remaster. It's called the remaster upgrade. So I'm guessing the bundle is if you... Yeah. If you have the complete edition already, then the remaster is $10 extra. I mean...
that's fine then.
It's fine. I mean, if you're not buying it new, but if you're buying it new, it's still $50. It's still $50 for Horizon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's So it's not a remake. It's just a remaster, which means they probably didn't put many resources into it at all. So, they're basically raising the bottom floor of the original purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the PSN thing is probably the scummiest. The PSN thing recently is it's mind-numbingly weird. Like they're reducing their sale volume a huge amount.
Well, it cuts like what, 100
people on
140 countries?
37? Yeah, 137 countries or something. Like it's so weird that they're working so hard to cram this down people's throats. It's just strange.
Yeah.
And then they have these massive failures on top of all this. So it's like they're reducing sales, they're having massive failures, and they're still doing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
From the outside, it's just strange.
Yeah. I guess they're trying to get people like locked into their ecosystem before, another company does. Maybe. I don't. There's got to be some stat that they're following that they believe is better than the loss of actual players, but I don't know what it is.
Or God knows what deals or metrics they have going on back on the back end with partners that maybe say we have to have this many registered people. Like I wonder if there's some other impetus that is, forcing them to prioritize that number more than they should be.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'll never forget the whole and this is kind of a weird one, but there was a restaurant called Red Lobster.
Uh-huh.
And Red Lobster had this really weird thing where they kind of switched owners and then went out of business, and then all of a sudden there was this endless shrimp thing, and from the outside, everyone's like, oh, weird ownership change, oh look, a big deal, whatever. Turned out on the back end, all of this crazy stuff transpired where TLDR, a huge glut of shrimp in another country, led them to bringing all that shrimp over to Red Lobster and using them specifically to sell this shrimp through. And the reason I say all of this is so ridiculous is because all of the sale of Red Lobster, all of these jobs, all this crazy stuff from the outside ended up just being a shrimp laundering scheme, essentially, that just the whole thing was obfuscated by. And the reason I'm saying this, now there's a reason I'm saying this. Hold on, I'm going to bring it home.
No, that story's awesome.
It's crazy. You need to look into it. It's wild. The reason I'm saying this is whenever I see something like this stuff that Sony's doing, I always think back to that shrimp. And I'm like, what crazy force is at play that we have no idea about, where from the outside it looks ridiculous and it looks crazy, but on the back end, people are making billions that we don't even know exist. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm wondering is going on with the PSN thing, because it looks ridiculous, dude. It's bad PR. They're losing money. There's no real reason to force people onto PSN. There's no There's nothing from the outside that makes this look smart. There's gotta be something
There's
else
got to be
going
something
on.
else going on. Yeah.
Gotta be some shrimp somewhere in there, man.
Tell wants some shrimp. I think I might
I want
get some
shrimp.
for
I
dinner.
want to find the shrimp. You know what they
No.
say when you're looking for the problem, you follow the shrimp. That's what they say. That's
You know
what they
how
all say.
they name scams after the people who did them biggest or best or quote unquote best, like a Ponzi scheme is named after someone named Ponzi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Shrimp scheme.
what if this gets so big that like you start titling business shrimp laundries? Like that's PSN is a total shrimp laundry, man.
Yeah, it's total shrimp laundry. I'm telling you, man.
I like it.
I like. There's always money in the shrimp stand.
Yeah, shrimp laundering. Wow. Wow.
Shrimp laundering.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Now, did they 76 the shrimp laundry?
Oh, it's true.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great question.
It's a throwback there.
Oh, someone said it's a Ponzi scheme. Yes, you win the internet today. Thank you so much. That's it.
I'll
God,
allow
it
it.
should have been mine.
I'll
Fuck.
allow
That's
it.
it.
I didn't think
Oh
of it
my
either.
God, dude.
Yeah, that person needs to be
That's-
subbed. If they're not, you got to gift them a sub.
He's already
Oh,
a
damn it.
sub.
God
Else
damn
I'd give him one.
Ban him.
Or-
Get him out of
or-
here.
A shrimp scam. P.
Oh, another good one. Oh man, they just write themselves.
We're at a low point. I think.
Absolutely love it.
Oh God, what else? Hey, this is I never thought I'd say these words, but a third-person mode is coming to Halo Infinite this November.
I heard about this. What's going on here?
They're putting in a third-person mode. I guess is a response to like every Fortnite player not wanting to play, and now they're like,
I was gonna say, were you gonna say they put it in response to well, let me check my people whining excessively. It's like, it looks like that. Yep, right here. That's why they put it in.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, all right.
I mean, you
There
know,
we go.
someone in chat, while it's a rather pessimistic point of view, I don't disagree, but it's so that they could sell more skins, right? Like for a
Oh.
third-person game, to be able to see your skin that you
Okay.
spent money on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I guess if there's a monetary reason for it.
Yeah.
I also kind of, you know, I can commend the Halo devs for being like, fuck it, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see if people like it. That's not a bad thing.
Okay. Real talk. How is that game doing right now? Isn't
You know,
it
that's a
not
good
doing
question.
Great.
I don't know.
Because I very much wonder, is this more of an act of desperation? Is
Let's
this like
see.
we need to shake this up, throw some Hail Marys, we got to make something work because this isn't working kind of thing?
It could be. I don't necessarily know. Right now on Steam, which might not be the main platform for Halo, there's 3,003 people in game. So not a lot. You could
For
argue that
Halo.
that's probably an Xbox favored game, but
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are
It's also on Game Pass.
yeah, that is true. That is true.
Mm.
Okay. Apparently, the Halo World Championships are also going on this weekend as well. So,
Okay.
yeah, it could very much be like a hey, look at us, come back, please play our game type thing. But it's like someone that grew up on Halo and Halo 2, seeing that game in third person kind of broke my brain for a little bit. It was kind of a stark, a reality that really cemented that Fortnite is like God. Fortnite is king in the FPS world at this point in time, and that everyone's still trying to play kind of catch up.
Do you feel like you're watching like red versus blue, like instead of watching a Halo match?
You know what? Yeah, a little bit for sure. That's I had not considered that, but you're actually completely right. It is the point of view of all the old red versus blue stuff, which is a little weird, a little strange. What else do we got? Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming to Steam later this month. That's kind of the tip of the iceberg for all of the Ubi stuff that's been going on. The Ubisoft stuff which really gets into like financials and stock and all that crap. But a lot of people are thinking that they're about to go private, and that the
They're in a
Tencent
weird place right now.
yeah, they're in
man.
a real weird spot.
And you heard about their monetization officer, right?
God, yeah, what? Yeah,
Oh
I can
my
read that
God.
if you
Let me
want.
let me tell you this.
Okay.
There's like a list, we'll say, of like the top 5 worst things you can say to gamers after your game doesn't do well. And we keep seeing a lot of times these top 5 things repeated. And the monetization officer of Ubisoft picked one of them and was like, let's do it. Let's go. And what he did was he said specifically that, you know why Star Wars Outlaws didn't sell well? It's the gamers' fault.
Yeah,
It's because of the gamers. It's their fault that our game didn't sell well. And the problem is, of course, he didn't say that. He obfuscated it inside of a side quote in a longer interview. But that's the part that was taken out and is now going around the internet. So
yeah. This are you talking about the LinkedIn post?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the
Yeah,
link
yeah.
by the monetization guy.
yeah. The longer
He-
post is yes. You basically nailed it. Like I could read the longer post if you guys want, but
The longer post, of course, has more nuance and context, and
Yeah.
it's not nearly as bad as you would think. But
people
when
are
you
going to
take
run
that-
with what they're going to run with.
Exactly. And the worst part is especially these days, like if you're working for a company like Ubisoft, you've got people dual wielding scalpels ready to slice apart every single thing you say to make it look as bad as possible.
Right.
So in a framework like that, it's just one of those posts. That's just so unnecessary, dude. Like don't even hint at a suggestion that gamers are at fault for your products failing.
Yeah.
Like, oh Lord.
Yeah, it puts a target a target on an otherwise massive target to begin with, in a lot of ways. So
Scalpels akimbo. That's right. That's just waiting. Like, please post something.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're doing. Just
Yeah.
waiting for these people to post stuff.
yeah, it is not going well over at Ubi. You are 100% on point there. They had their shares plunge, and now I think they're going back up because everyone thinks that they're going to go private.
They had the
and, like,
takeover thing.
they're
That
having this
whole thing
takeover
is still
stuff.
happening.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And Ubisoft is that's not something that's new in the sense that Ubisoft has dealt with this before. I remember, God, who was the other was it not Interplay? There was another company that they basically bought themselves out from. Vivendi, something like that.
Vivendi was definitely, Vivendi was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so that was maybe a decade ago, but we'll see what happens with all of that. I'm sure some big news will come from it. At some point. Shadows got delayed, which I guess we haven't had a show since they did that. Yeah, AC
Yeah.
Shadows got delayed, and now it's launching. Is it the same week as Wilds or the same month as Wilds in February? I
Man,
think.
they need that to win.
Yeah,
and it's
and-
already gonna be a thing.
And-
it's already mired in so much controversy.
Did you see the games that come out in February 2025? This is a crazy month.
But please blow my mind.
Civ 7, February 11th. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, February 11th. Assassin's Creed Shadow, February 14th. Avowed, February 18th. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, February 28th. Monster
Oh,
Hunter
God.
Wilds, February
Oh
28th.
God! Oh God! Oh
That's
no!
an insane month. Every one of those games
those are
is
all
something-
big games.
Yeah.
Those are all big games.
I want to play
Damn
all
it.
those.
No. No.
There's no way,
Oh,
dude.
Lord.
That's
KCD alone is going to be like 50 hours. Avowed's going to be like 30 to 40. God only knows. I'm
Civ
the Pirate
7
Yakuza thing. The Pirate Yakuza thing. I'm trying to stay on a blackout on that. Have they announced? Is that going to be more like Gaiden, or is that going to be like an actual standalone Yakuza game? I can't imagine it's going
I
to be.
think
the
it's
size
an
of a normal
actual
Yakuza.
standalone Yakuza
Is it?
game. Yeah. Did you not watch the? Oh, chat saying yes. It's Gaiden.
It is more
Okay.
Gaiden-y.
More like Gaiden.
Okay.
Longer
More
than
like
Gaiden though.
All
is
right,
what they're
good.
saying.
longer than Gaiden was still like 20 plus hours.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't watch that the debut trailer?
I watched a little bit. All of this stuff happened while I was during my TwitchCon traveling.
Yeah.
Fiasco.
Yeah.
So I didn't really, I kind of half watched it. But no, I've decided to stay as blacked out as I can about it. So I'm trying to, since it's not long off, like I'm going to try to wait.
As someone who watched it, I'll just say, yeah, you're going to enjoy it.
Oh. That's the beautiful thing about Ryujinx. I already know. There's so few companies I can say this with, but with RGG, I know I'm going to enjoy it. I know it's going to be awesome. I don't need to see anything. I don't need to see a single thing. We're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was a little apprehensive about it when someone brought it up. They're like, "Have you watched the trailer yet?" I'm like, "No." Did they just put a beloved character in a weird situation and make him do weird shit? Like, any other game company, publisher, developer, whatever, I'd be like, ugh. But with RGG, it's like, they put a beloved character in a weird situation and he's doing weird shit that makes no sense. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Kind of what it was. I was like, I went in going, fuck. And I went in going, fuck.
Yeah.
Or left. Yeah.
Exactly.
Really
so yeah, that launches the same day as Monster Hunter Wilds, which also got a release date in the past week or so. I think it got a release date at the Sony State of Play. Right before Tokyo Game Show. So yeah, February is fucking super stacked, and Ubisoft decided that they were going to launch in the middle of all of that. Which
okay, good luck.
Okay, yeah, good luck is all I could say.
Super good luck.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. There's been a lot of other. I think reporting and conversation about that delay, and I'm sure more information will continue to come out from all of that. What else is happening? We talked about. Go ahead, Zeke.
Sorry, no, just a capper on that. Like, someone brought up a good point. Like, February might, very possibly will not be as stacked as we think because games get pushed back.
Sure. Yeah, some of those could get pushed back. That is definitely a thing that could occur. We mentioned Horizon. We talked a little bit about their remaster that they're doing. They're also making a live service game, and apparently that is Guerrilla's next project. A live service Horizon title, and not Horizon 3. Which. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I guess, is it like a dino hunting, like Capcom?
Is it Monster Hunter? Is this Monster Hunter?
Maybe. That's the only thing I can consider it to be, would be some like ongoing, massive, mechanical animal hunter, which I don't know, could be kind of fun, could be kind of cool. And also, given where that game ends, and I haven't played the DLC, Co, you have, but given where the main game ends, it's going to be a kind of an awkward thing moving to a third game story-wise, given that one of the characters' actor passed away.
They're going to have to recast him.
They have to, yeah. I mean, he's pivotal. He's paramount in that story.
Paramount. Story.
So that's going to be kind of a thing as well. They can't just go straight into that, I would assume, with Lance Reddick's passing. So I guess that's fine. I guess we'll see what happens. Sony's determined to have a live service go their way. Maybe Horizon will be the one that does it. I don't know. We're probably a ways off from it anyways. So we'll see what happens there. What else? Zeke, just a rant. This news is for you and you only.
All right. Lay it on me.
Astrobot's entire 87-song soundtrack is now streaming on Spotify. So go listen to that Tree of Funk. Get into it.
Boom.
Is it available for purchase? Can I just have it? like the MP3s?
Probably not, to be honest. You probably
Well,
have
then
to
I'm out.
You probably can only stream it at the moment, to be honest. But what would you buy it on? CD, or would you buy like the actual MP3s?
By the MP3s.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a whole like file of game OSTs that I cycle through.
Yeah, I mean, okay. It's a lofty idea, owning music in 2024. But more
Pretty
power
wild,
to you,
man. Yeah, it's pretty wild, dude.
More power to you.
No, I mean, like, it seems so, like, I guess, not releasing it on MP3, like, forces you, if you want to listen to it, to go to Spotify. And I guess the bag there is better than if they, made files that you could download, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Probably because they can't track the files, right? They can get all the data from a place like Spotify or wherever else you want. YouTube Music, Amazon Music.
But it's just so fucking, it's a weird position to be in, because I'm like, I want to give you money for a thing that you make. Can I do that? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Not
You have to
easy.
listen to it. You have to listen to it on our radio over here.
Yeah.
It's like, so I have to stand in this corner. I can't take the radio home? No.
Nope.
See,
Okay.
now Zeke
So
is,
nothing I want I can own anymore? I guess I'm used to that.
is someone who has expensive hobbies like statue collecting and vinyls. You can get into vinyls. They weigh a shit ton, and you got to get a record player that's usually not too expensive. But then if you ever move, Zeke, they're a bitch. Let me just tell you that. They're an absolute pain in the ass when you have a bunch of vinyls. But they sound great. There's a lot of video game soundtracks now. I got Sea of Stars vinyl this past week. I got the Monster Hunter soundtrack that's like 7 vinyls in one. Like there's a bunch of vinyl stuff.
There are
out
stories of people like from back in the day who like their apartment like support beams bowed
Totally.
because of all the vinyl that they owned.
Yeah. I have way too many as well. Square Enix has most of my vinyl collection in terms of ownership over there, but you got a good amount of stuff out there. What else is happening? Dragon Age the Veilguard went gold. Co, where are you at with that? I'm fully sold. How are you feeling about Dragon Age? Have you accepted that it's not going to be what you want it to be, but you're still going to play it?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly where I am.
That's where I think a lot of people are.
Yeah, I mean, like it looks like more Dragon Age Inquisition, and there's a lot of things I don't like about Inquisition. There's a lot of things I like about Inquisition, and the story especially the Inquisition DLC was really good. So my hope is that it's going to be a fun story with fun characters. The combat is super actiony and everything, so take it for what it is. A little less RPG than I'm used to, but you know what? I mean, I'm gonna buy the ticket and take the ride and see how it is.
Yeah, I think that was last episode where they had a shit ton of previews that came out, and like everyone that played it was super hype about it and like really enjoyed everything they played. So I'm hoping that I'm one of those people. I don't have the appreciation. That's not the. I was never the biggest fan of Dragon Age, I guess, of the old games, but I've always been adjacent to the Dragon Age IP of like, hey, this is kind of cool. I'm kind of into this. I'll play through the games, blah, blah, blah. So that this game might be perfect for me if that's the case, because I don't have the love for those old games that I think a lot of people do, like yourself, and I think a lot of our communities, but we'll have to see. I hope it's good. We always hope every game is good.
Me too. I hope it's fun. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I will always miss my Dragon Ages of old, but I hope the torch will be carried.
Yeah. That launch is 31st this month.
You can buy the Astrobot soundtrack MP3 on Amazon.
There you go. You got it.
Found it. 87 tracks, 4 hours and 12 minutes long.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool. Cool. I have that open. I'll buy it later.
There you go. Speaking of games that Co likes, did you watch the Stalker 2 official documentary?
No, I have not. That is a game that I am on blackout for.
Okay.
So
they put out a
seen
90-minute documentary about the development of that game.
I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, I think it. I haven't watched it. I'm skimming through it right now. It looks very much less about the game and more about life surrounding the development of that game, given the state of Ukraine and the developers and like all of the stuff that they have had to gone through throughout development. So that is on. I can put a link. It's on GSC Game World's YouTube. I just pasted it in my chat if you guys want to spread that to other chats. So it should be good. Documentaries like that are always super eye-opening to watch. I recommend people always check them out. What else do we got?
Oh, somebody in chat said, what do I think about the $60 re-release of New World? So I actually put up you're talking about New World Aeternum. And I actually put a tweet up about this because I recently got pinged for sponsored stuff on New World. And I've been being pinged on sponsored stuff from New World since New World came out.
Yeah.
And it's always kind of been the same answer for me. No, thanks. No, thanks. And when I was offered this last round of sponsorship, I did my normal, like, hey, New World, no thanks. And the person offering it to me was like, okay, so I get it. Like, you never say yes to this. I get it. But check out these videos. And he actually said, better yet, like, check with your community, see how people are feeling about it. It's gone through a lot of patches, a lot of updates, like, see how it is. So I was like, okay. You know, I looked at some of the videos. It definitely didn't look like the game I played. I put up a tweet and I said, hey, what do you guys think of New World? There were definitely some people that were like, yeah, it's worth it to look at it. But there were also a huge amount of people that were like, no, it's pretty much got all the same problems. And more importantly, what I noticed over and over is even the people that said that it was good, like it was better now. And these are a lot of people that played, for the record, they did a closed console beta recently. So they played a lot of the new stuff coming out. What I saw over and over again was, yeah, it's pretty good for a little bit. Like, you can get like 30 hours out of it. You can get like 40, 50 hours out of it. So weirdly enough, it's sounding more like it turned into, like when I was first sold on this game a long time ago, I was told it was the new MMO. It was a new MMO. I instantly knew, like, this is way too shallow for me. Not interested. This is not an MMO. Felt like an action game.
Sure.
Now, here we are years later, and it looks like they did kind of turn it into more of like a more single player-y focused action game. Apparently you can do like almost all the content now single player, which is interesting. So I don't even know what to think about it now. Like, yeah, that's the weird, like I wouldn't approach it as an MMO. That's for sure. I wouldn't approach it wanting to play it long term, because even the people that have told me they enjoy it have said that's not what they're playing it for. They're not playing it for long term. So then it's this weird thing where it's like, do I treat it like a single player game? But is that what it is?
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I was hoping for some clarity. I was hoping a lot of people were going to be like, yeah, it's cool, you should try it. And granted, some people were, but I'm, if anything, more confused now that I've asked the community.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes.
Didn't really help. What game were we talking about? We're talking about New World. Yeah.
New World.
And
Aeternum?
I see people in chat. Yeah, I think it's called Aeternum. And I see people in chat saying, like, give it a try. It's you know, it's worth it. But I just don't know. I don't know. If it's not fun, if it's not enjoyable, I don't want to take anything. So that's the thing. If there's a reason I've been saying no until now. It's because it didn't look like. I'm wondering if there's enough new interesting things, if it is oriented enough in the action single player experience that it is worth, you know, killing a few hours.
I'll say this as not your friend, but as streamer to streamer, being paid to check out a game sounds like a great way to see if it's any good. You're not wrong.
You know,
you're
not wrong.
And if it's not good, then he could just be like, well, that wasn't good.
In a normal situation, that's exactly what I do.
Sure.
In a normal situation, like if no one's tried it, for instance, like absolutely. But this is different. This is a game that's been out for a long time. This is a game that people just a month ago could play what I'm being told to play now. So
Yeah.
little different, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. No, I watched the like launch, because that comes out this week, right? Is it this week or is it next week? The like relaunch of that.
It's soon.
Okay, I watched
know
the
the exact
trailer
date, but it's
for
soon.
it, and like, I don't know, yeah, I don't know. I played a lot of that on launch, and I've heard this game's vastly different now. I don't know the specifics around it, so I can't sway you one way or the other. I know Gathalion has reached out to you, and he swears by it now. Says it's kind of fun.
Gathalion loves New World.
Yeah,
If I end up trying it, he will probably be one of the reasons. I
Yeah.
mean, he's been singing its praises, especially the last year. He's felt the direction has been a lot better. So
yeah. We'll see. I don't have any other takes. I watched the trailer, and the trailer was very cinematic. It didn't really show any of the gameplay or show me what was happening. So,
while we're talking about games, can I switch track to a different game?
yeah, of course.
Have any of you tried Metaphor?
Yeah, I finished the demo yesterday.
Do tell.
11 hours.
As spoiler free as possible. Like, how are you feeling about it?
I was gonna pull up footage. I was thinking about how I was gonna talk about that today, because the footage will
I'm one of
have
the people
some
that
spoilers.
chose to not play the demo, so I can go in like totally beginning to possibly end if it's good.
Sure. Well, first off, I would say the demo carries over,
Yes,
which I'm
that
sure you were
I heard.
told. But that's why I ended up playing it.
It's
is
super
'cause-
cool.
Yeah, the demo does carry over. It's also, it took me 10 hours to clear it. It is pretty much Persona in kind of almost every single way, but in a different world, a different theme, a different narrative. But like, there is a calendar. You can do things during the daytime. You can do the things during the nighttime. You can go to dungeons. You can go and find quests. There are stat points. There are the equivalents of social links. The combat is, for me, better than Persona. For other people, I would say it really depends on if you enjoy it or not. The reason I say for me it's better is because you don't have to go into every fight turn-based. If you're strong enough, you just go over and attack the thing and it dies.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so it's only certain mobs, and you'll get XP and everything. I think it's
Oh,
slightly
that's gorgeous.
reduced.
It's easy fight QOL.
Yeah.
I absolutely love when games like have that stuff.
Exactly. And so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. There's also like, I don't know how many. In the demo, there was 6 job classes. Anyone can be any job class. So it's not just like one person's beholden to like the Ryuji, who has like what did he use? I think he used a sword or whatever his weapon type
He had a
was.
baseball bat.
A baseball bat.
For-
Thank you. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. They can use
Phone. Sorry.
You can make anyone can use anything and anyone can be any class. That goes as far as to be like, there are tons of classes. There was 6 in the demo. I don't know how many there will be in the full game. There's healer, knight, I forget, mage.
So wait, are there personas?
No, but
Oh.
yes.
Oh,
Mage Seeker. There's over 40 classes, I guess, in the full thing.
okay.
So I don't know how. I think it might be a class called a demon summoner or a devil summoner, because I saw Jack Frost in a video,
Oh,
and he's on
so
your.
you know he's in there somewhere.
So
Yeah,
he's in
okay.
there. So He-Ho is in there
in there
somewhere. Yeah. He's got to be in there some way. All the classes have like a passive as well. So like for mage, for instance, when you win a fight, you'll get MP back. And so a great way to go to dungeons is to have one character be a mage and just run around and like do all the quote easy fights and then go back to the beginning and reset it, and then you'll just get constant MP back. And that's what I had to do for like a optional dungeon that I did in the demo. That was pretty hard. Story-wise, it is very fantastical, and there's a lot of like heavy, as there always is in Atlas. There's a lot of like heavy innuendo in terms of they don't flat out say that it's racism, but there is a massive amount of focus on like xenophobia and racism in this game, because there's different like is it there? It's not furry, but it's when there's like human / animal hybrids in the game. Tribes, yeah, they call them tribes in the game, and so there's like cat tribes, there's like ram tribes, there's elves, there's goblins, there's beastmen. Humans are in the game.
Anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic. That's
Good, Max,
that's the term that I wanted, I guess. Humans are in the game, not in a good way. Humans are bad. It's got like a Velvet Room equivalent. Like it's got all the Persona stuff that you would expect. It's just not flat out called the Velvet Room. It's something else. And so if the best way I would pitch it, long story short, would be if you want to play a Persona game that takes place in a fantasy world, like medieval fantasy, then this game is for you. And for me, that's exactly what I want. Like I love the story that they're trying to tell. The main character, like all the characters seem really cool. They made a side character, the like Teddy equivalent, who's not a piece of shit and not someone you want to kill. They're actually cool. Like they're a good character, which I thought was kind of a huge win for them because they've, kind of had some issue with that in the past when it comes to Persona games. So, all in all, I'm like super excited for it. It's supposed to be around 80 to 100 hours for a full playthrough is what people are saying.
Yeah. It said like around 100 hours with 80 with the main quest.
Yeah.
It's just like, damn.
That was from the Famitsu review. Full review embargo, I think, is tomorrow at 3 p.m. So we'll see how that all goes tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, I'm really into it. Oh, and the music's fantastic, just like you would expect it to be. Like I forget the composer's name, but he knocks it out of the park. The battle music is a monk with like a Gregorian chant happening, and it's fucking fantastic. It's really, really, really good stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah,
that's great news.
I'm loving it.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, that comes out Friday. Launches on Friday.
Friday this week.
Yeah, on the 11th.
According to Steam, it's Thursday, but
is it Thursday night? Okay.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, it just says October 10th on Steam.
Oh God.
Okay. Yeah, it's soon.
Oh,
it's very soon. So you could jump right into that if you'd like.
Oh, geez.
Going back to what you said, JP, like I will be trying the game out and seeing if I like it in a sponsored stream on Friday.
There you go. Fantastic.
I think me too. Actually.
There you go. They'll both be checking it out and trying it.
Yeah.
Does it have co-op?
It does not.
So.
It does not.
I didn't think so.
It
would be weird if it did.
They also, this seems like a weird thing to be excited about, but you get a thing that you can ride around on that speeds up traversal in cities. And so you can zip around in a city super fast. You don't have to just like slowly walk over to a place. You can like get to where you're going. They also have fast travels to like any shop that you want. I think chapters are going to be like city based. So like each new chapter or each new like, what was the Persona name? Heart, I guess. Each new heart is like a city is how they're going to handle it in the game.
Palace.
There you go. Yeah. Each new palace is like a city is how they're going to build that. Seems cool. I'm digging it for sure.
Awesome.
I will probably be doing a full playthrough. I'm gonna bite the bullet and take the viewership hit and just stream it for 80 hours or however long it is. Kind of like what I did with Persona. So side content was great. I think there are things that you can do that you won't be able to do everything in a single playthrough, which I kind of like and I kind of dislike. I hate missing stuff in games like that.
Big same.
And I also get kind of stressed out when I'm playing a game that has like a timetable to it. The other really funny / annoying thing, this is very streamer focused. Chat already knows the best routes for that demo. And so I didn't people put 20 and 30 hours into the demo. There are people that have grinded the side dungeon to level 40 and you get out of that dungeon at level 16 or 17. So they're just real absolute
They're done.
sickos.
They're already cooked.
Yeah. They're I went and farmed 200,000 gold, so I don't have to worry about it for the full game. It's
I was gonna say, the game is gonna be a fucking breeze then, it seems.
yeah. It's real sicko mode out there, but
Yep.
should be cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very curious to see how the reviews go as well, and see what they have to say about the rest of the game tomorrow. So, that launches Friday. We'll talk about it next week because you guys will have played it. It seems thanks to some sponsors. I did want to bring this up. It's Baldur's Gate 3 focus, just some cool stats they put out regarding the mods. 22 million mods have been downloaded since that came out. 1.7
Just a few.
Over 1.7 million in the first 24. There's 2,000 mods uploaded with the Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit, 768 mod authors, and 40% of all players are now embracing utter chaos with the mods in the game. So pretty cool. I wonder, they left out the statistic on how much of those are mature themed mods and how much of those.
I mean,
I don't think they can talk about that.
Well, it's so weird because you can make all the characters in camp nude if you want to.
Yeah.
I think the mods would just be they just walk around nude now.
To be honest, I haven't gone
You can do that too, though.
Nexus mods, Baldur's Gate. I want to see what the highest, what is the top mod on Baldur's Gate 3 Nexus? Let's see.
If it's not boobs or butts, I will be disappointed.
Improved UI.
Okay, that's fair.
Fantastical multiverse. Let's do popular 30 days. Custom exhaustion with add-ons. Blossom's armor
Busty
collections.
Withers. There we go. Now you're talking.
Fairy hairstyle.
Busty Withers.
Replayable romance scenes. Oh boy.
That's a good one.
Adjustable party limit. Drow weaponry.
Adjustable party parts.
Yeah.
Mm.
These aren't, unless I have. Oh, is it because I'm not logged in that they're not showing me the mature stuff?
Oh.
Is that what it is?
You know it.
Do I? Is there a toggle? Oh, there is a toggle. Yeah, there's a lot of wow.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Things like Goon's passive library, which is just a work in progress library of passives and potentially other stuff for use in the combat extender. I just love that it's called Goons. That's great. Yeah. Anyways, those are all the Baldur's Gate 3 stuff. What else is happening? Path of Exile 2 put out a Steam update about 6 days ago. And they said in about a month from now, we'll be doing a live stream that covers all of the content of Early Access for Path of Exile 2 and how you'll be able to gain access. We won't reveal too much just yet, but we'd like to clarify, just like Fall of Ariath, entry to Early Access will be gained by purchasing one of the new supporter packs containing a key. These new supporter packs will be revealed during the live stream. Players that meet a threshold of lifetime support in Path of Exile 1 will also be invited to participate in Early Access without needing to purchase a key. We can't wait to tell you about Early Access soon. Zizarin was on a stream later that day. I'm saying that it's $480 of lifetime in PO1.
Oh.
to
Nice.
get a PoE2 key, or I think it's a $30 key for early access for a supporter pack. So not too out of the question. I went and looked up. I actually got the real. There's a third party PoE tool that goes into the inspect element console on the Path of Exile page, and it tells you how much you've spent on PoE. So I did that. Funny enough, I wasn't over 5 digits. I thought I was going to be in the 5-digit range, and I wasn't. I was kind of proud of myself for that.
Good for you.
Yeah, I was happy because I thought I was like 13,000. That's what I kept telling everyone, but it wasn't the place.
Jeez.
Wasn't the place. Yeah. It's about half that, which I'm pretty, because some of those are also giveaways. We did like 2,000 or 3,000 in giveaways back in the day as well. So it all adds up. That's PoE2 stuff. What about this? We were both sponsored to play the Starfield Shattered Space. Zeke, did you check that out? The Shattered
No, I
Space?
have not. I still to this day feel bad that Starfield, unbeknownst to me, sent me a care package, and I have not played Starfield at all.
Hey, you take what you can get. Okay.
Yeah.
Co, you played a little bit more than I did. I was out after
Yep.
the 2-hour stint. The opening for me was fine. How does it get after the opening once you get to like the planet and experience the content?
So what I've been saying about what I have played so far is that it is so far the best parts of Starfield,
Okay.
but it is not better than Starfield. So a lot of people have been like, hey, is Starfield good now? Can I get the DLC and come back? And the answer is no, it's still Starfield. If you didn't like Starfield, the
Sure.
DLC is not going to build. It's not going to bring you back to it. Because it is more Starfield. However, that being said, it is, in my opinion, the best parts of the base game. And what I mean by that is it's the parts that feel most like what we would have expected from like Space Skyrim. One thing I really like is that the entire DLC is in a handcrafted large sandbox. We're not doing procedural stuff. We have moved away from that in the DLC, and we are now running around and doing stuff on the planet. It is an entirely different feeling when you are looking over an area and everything you see, there's only one of those, and I need to go explore it because there might be something unique in that region. The base game of Starfield essentially like lost that feeling.
Sure.
And that was one of the reasons I honestly really didn't like that direction at all. You saw building in base game Starfield and it's like, oh, that's a procedural building. I'll just do that later if I want to, because I know I'll probably see 10 more of those in the next few hours. And that stinks. So it's been nice in the DLC kind of, going to those areas, exploring them. I will say, unfortunately, I didn't in the time I've done that, I have not quite found as many unique and interesting things as I'd like. Now, granted, the few areas I explored turned out to be like quest areas in the future. So maybe it's just that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's still a better feeling that I really prefer. So that's good. In terms of the main story and everything I've done so far, it's all been what I'll say Bethesda fine. It's Bethesda fine. It's fine for what Bethesda is, which is, you're not going to get your cyberpunk level storytelling in this. You're never going to get that from Bethesda. That's just not what they do. So it's fine for that. And it's more of that, and it's fine. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'm planning on going back and at least doing the main quest, because I do kind of want to see where they're going with it.
Okay.
Especially when I found out that the void horror things,
Yeah.
if you go and zoom in on their knees, there's actually human heads in them.
Sure. Okay.
So it's like, when I noticed that, I was like, are they doing kind of some weird chaos from Warhammer 40K, like Dead Space thing? Because there's a lot of Warhammer 40K influence here, weirdly enough, where there's the whole way they're doing this, parallel dimension, has a lot of chaos in it.
Sure.
So I'm hopeful and very curious if they're going to continue this more, in my opinion, very interesting theme to the end of the DLC story, and I hope they do. But like I made a comment during that, and I hope this isn't going to bite me in the ass, but when I realized that there were like human faces in these creatures' legs, I go, swear to God, Bethesda, if I finish this DLC and you have not talked about this, I am going to be pissed.
About how those things came to be.
About
yeah.
like why are there human heads in the knees of these creatures? Like obvious human heads. And I have this really like sad feeling they're not going to even talk about it.
They might not. I mean, they mentioned that those things were the void terrors, right? That's what they called them. I remember
they
them
did.
talking about it. Yeah.
Well, it's weird because like, and before I muse and think about it too much, I'm waiting to finish the DLC because they haven't really talked about what it is yet, like how it functions, and there's some really weird ways that it does function. So like, we'll have to see how it all makes sense.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
We'll have to see. The TLDR is. It's fine, you know. It's the DLC is fine, and I went in hoping for fine, and it's fine. So that's where we are so far.
Yeah, I enjoyed the opening ship sequence. Like I thought the vibe that they were putting there was cool. When it got to the planet, it was, as you said, Bethesda story, where you're looking at a model in front of you and it's talking to you, and maybe the game's gonna
slow,
like be very slow.
Lots of dialogue that has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Well,
very slow pacing.
It's also in this one. I don't know if it was. I don't know what review or who said it, but someone basically said it was like quintessential Bethesda, that you go and visit this place that everything up till now is talked about how they're like recluse and you don't know anything and they don't allow outsiders. And then the first thing you do when you walk up is, want to join?
There's a lot that we've talked about on this show about, like, especially when I was playing Starfield and Cyberpunk in parallel, where one of the games, Cyberpunk, makes you feel like a small part of a giant thriving world.
Yeah.
And then you go into a game like Starfield, and Starfield makes you feel like you are the world and that everyone is there for you. And it's a completely different feel. This DLC is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
You show up to the DLC, you're the first person that's ever been there. You take the test and instantly become the chosen one. Some people love you, some people don't accept you, and you have to prove yourself to. And it's like, it's the exact same type of you are the story. Everything is happening because you are there pushing it forward. This world wouldn't exist without you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that is very much so far a theme of the DLC. that is a theme of Bethesda stories generally as a whole.
Exactly.
And
That's.
We went from Dragonborn to Starborn, and
as soon as I had that pointed out to me, it was I did one of those taken back moments of like, oh shit, that's kind of correct. Like that's how it's always been with Bethesda. You are the chosen one, and you are on the path.
It's funny because I had a long time ago, somebody's like, so do we just call them like Bethesda Kais now? Like, is it just like, is that just what it is? Is it just Bethesda Kais? And it's kind of like, kind of like they are their own weird, like they always kind of do the same story and it's always similar and kind of
yeah.
I knew you'd get that joke as a complete weeb. I'm glad you instantly picked up on that. I was wondering if you would.
Yep. No, I'm not a weeb. I just watch One Piece. We talked about this at length yesterday.
That joke I just made, I could have said in a different way that joke, and I could have gone, "Are you a weeb?" And that would have had the same effect as you laughing at that joke.
I don't watch anime. I watch One Piece.
Okay.
That's all. I don't watch multiple animes.
Just asking for a friend. What episode are you on?
But that of One Piece, I'm on.
I don't
know, 600 something right now.
Oh, okay.
That's only one show.
You have watched more episodes of One Piece than the average human has of entire animations in their lifespan. Is what you're basically saying.
That doesn't make me a weep though. That just means I only watch One Piece. I don't watch anime.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
I mean, at this point, is One Piece even considered anime anymore?
No.
By people who love anime.
Nope, it's not.
I feel like
I didn't think
you know what I need? This would be the perfect op to where it's like special consultant and Dr. K just slides in the bottom of the screen and he looks at the screen and he goes, "What you're witnessing is called textbook denial. Note the mental gymnastics that he's going through to prove to himself that he's not what we all obviously know that he is." Let's all examine him as he continues to do it. So anyway, JP, tell us how you're not a weeb.
I am not a drug addict. I am not a drug addict. I
I've given
just
you
like
the info.
heroin. That's it. I just like heroin. Okay, I'm not a drug addict.
And I only do it sometimes every day.
That's correct.
It's
He's
fine.
he's just a heroin addict. He's
It's
not a drug
fine.
addict.
I only use it when I have to. I mean, come on, it's fine.
I agree with this line of thinking. This is sound logic. And I agree. And Zeke, I hope you get some help. You heroin addicted person.
Wow.
Yeah, for anybody who met me at TwitchCon, that's the reason that I was acting that way.
Zeke's at the party. I don't do cocaine. I just like the smell of it.
Yeah, can I just smell your cocaine real quick?
And thank you, chat, for that one, by the way. That was right from chat.
Oh, that's funny. That's really good. Oh, man.
Speaking of cocaine,
Yeah. Let's hear this transition.
Yeah, let's see where this goes, Bob.
okay, hold that thought 1 second. I just want to know: do you have to pay for this Starfield?
Yes.
Like the news? You do? Okay,
Yeah,
it's a paid
yeah,
thing.
it's like
Okay.
$30, I think.
I think
right?
it's $30. It's about
it's
10
$30.
hours long.
God damn!
Which has been, believe it or not, which has been a point of contention. Believe it or not. I know,
What?
weird.
No
I
way.
know, crazy. But here we are. That's the
Yeah.
world we live in. Really, it's the gamer's fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
That's
Yeah.
why there's been any complaints about
Yeah,
that price tag.
the
It's
like
the gamers.
it's having a rough go. It dropped to mostly negative in reviews on Steam. It's currently
Giggle.
It's currently 54 on Metacritic, 52 on OpenCritic, which is an all-time low for Bethesda. Like there's a bunch of
Wow, it is mostly negative with 2,200 reviews.
yeah, it's not going great for them. For sure. People are still pretty upset about the DLC.
Well, I mean,
Or
we
the
have
state
one
of
here.
Starfield, I guess.
Funny enough, the person that posted this was Cloud. It looks like the lead from Final Fantasy VII. Todd lived in an era before writing was invented, so he can't actually understand the comments here. He looks like a circus. You know what? I'm gonna stop reading this because this gets pretty personal, and frankly, that's pretty rude as a top review on Steam. Wow, Cloud is pissed. Wow, this
Dude,
gets bad.
I love
Anyway.
I love that. He lived in a time before writing was invented.
Yeah, I'm not even comfortable. We're not going to finish that one.
Holy shit.
Here's
good.
one that starts out with, there's a lot to hear to be disappointed by. Some of the standouts, and then that's a long list. Whoa. Okay, moving on. This is it. This is the Bethesda DLC that killed Starfield for me. Wow, next.
Yeah, people are pretty down on it.
Woo.
Which is, like I said, I was shocked isn't the word. I thought the opening was fine, but I guess after that it like goes back to the Bethesda
Dang.
formula.
Okay, this dude wrote like almost 10 paragraphs, and it starts with, so here's my take on Shattered Space. I love the base game with over 500 hours in it. And he can't recommend the DLC.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, people don't like their Starfield. Turns out.
Is that a Steam comment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it show their hours played?
It does.
At the top, I
Actually,
think.
weirdly enough, no, it says not recommended, but that's all it says.
Okay.
Oh.
It doesn't say how many hours played, weirdly enough.
Lots of reviewers who like the base game don't like the DLC. That's a common theme. Yeah. Huh.
Oh, it doesn't show for DLCs. Oh, okay. Well, so you can make a claim like, I have 1,500 hours in this game, and no one can really check unless you do some deep
Verify
diving.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Zeke, you've had me on the edge of my seat. Where were you going
Yes,
with
drugs.
the cocaine swap?
Well, actually, more
Transition.
specifically, crack. The crack version of cocaine.
Great.
Because
Thanks for clearing that up.
if I may, I'm going to do a little advertising for my new store, Cardboard Crack Whore. Come on down to Cardboard Crack Whore. If you want your cards singled out and priced very, very reasonably priced. Packs, boxes, singles, plushies, and tournaments running every single day.
Nice.
Come on down to Cardboard Crack Whore. We have everything you want. We just expanded the store. We just added a new display, 2 more tables.
Nice.
And let me tell you, it is so much fun. You got to come down. You got to come down. And I'm not even lying. I just pulled a $1,500. We call them fart cards because they're full art cards. I pulled a $1,500 fart out of a blue pack. That's the lowest pack. The other day.
Was that your biggest card?
And then the very same day, I pulled a $600 gold foil out. I'm telling you, the cards are hot at Cardboard Crack Whore. Come on down.
Fantastic. Dude, I watched, you know what my Saturday night consisted of last night, Zeke? I watched someone pull cards for 3 hours in this dumb fucking game.
I saw your tweet.
Yeah, I don't know why I was playing Deadlock, which was a mistake to begin with because I didn't leave happy, and I ended that playing that. And I was just like, I'm just gonna watch some of this. Then I realized it was like midnight because I had been watching someone pull cards with the. So this is trading card. What TCG Card Simulator? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, TCG Card Shop Simulator.
Card Shop. I was forgetting the important noun there. Yeah, this has been big in the world of Twitch, I would say. This past week or so, maybe a little bit longer than that. It is exactly what you expect. It is if you played the Grocery Store Simulator, it's the exact same game.
Supermarket Simulator.
Simulator.
Add gambling in there, and you have this game. So it's almost exactly like Supermarket Simulator. You start off. This is how I started. You start with like one shelf, and like maybe you buy one display, and you have 1 or 2 tables for people to play at, and you start. It starts very slowly, which, of course, I like. That I got used to this. Now, stinky guys. Stinky people come into your shop all the time, and you learn very quickly, you need to set up 2 destinkifiers like right by the entrance. So as soon as they come in, they get sprayed. Because,
my brother worked at a comic book store. It's so funny how accurate that is. You like this, that would be a common everyday occurrence at the comic book shop.
Funny thing, my comic book store that I grew up with was called the Splash Page. And in Montana, and the owners were brothers, and one of the brothers was like part owner, and he was kind of whatever, didn't care, but the other guy would like straight up, not rude, but very curt, very straight to the point, tell you take a shower. Like he would be like, listen, you come, you're regular, and I appreciate your business. But you have to put on deodorant before you come in my shop anymore. You have to.
Yeah.
People are complaining, and I'm doing this as a like he was like man to man, as a friend.
Dude,
like
you got to do that.
There's some people that need to hear that, man. They need to hear that.
I needed to hear that.
You get stuck in your ways, and showers become not a priority.
Moving from junior high to high school, I had to have a friend. Like I was thankful that a friend came up to me and was like, dude, you don't shower, and we know. And I was like, really? I don't even we can smell you, dude. Yeah. You need to put on deodorant, and you need to shower regularly.
You don't always get whiffs of your own brand. You gotta.
Yeah. And he did that in my freshman year, and I never got a comment about it afterwards because I was diligent. And I'm at home, I'm if you could smell me now, I'm a stinky, filthy fuck. But when I'm in public, I am always clean and smelling good.
Smelling clean.
Especially at cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I shower every day at cons. I don't shower every day at home, but I shower every day before a con because of that. Because I'm so self-aware of that. Because of that one, my face turned fucking flush red. Anyways, we're getting off the track here. We don't want to talk about my high school. No, we don't want to talk about that at all. What we want to talk about is something much more fun, which is TCG Card Shop Simulator.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your biggest card pull? What's your biggest pull here?
So far it was the $1,500.
Okay.
I honestly was like, by the end of the stream, the last hour was nothing but pulling cards.
Dude, yeah.
It was
People
just
don't even
like-
play the game. They just get up to about 1,500 store value or whatever number is in the top right. And then
Yeah.
they just buy a shit ton of cards and pull as fast as they can. And the wild thing is that it actually is like the biggest viewer bait because it is such a strong simulation of what it's actually like to open cards.
It very much is. Oh, and you can see like how I started pulling cards. I started pulling cards with none of the optional like faster things on.
Yeah.
So I was flipping through them individually.
Oh yeah. Let's go to the end.
And then
Let's see how
by
fast
the
you are at
end
the
of the
end.
full stream, by the end of that stream, it was just brrr, show me what's new, brrr, show me what's new, brrr, show me what's new. And I was just tearing through them.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back to it because it feeds a beast that has lain dormant inside of me for many years. But it was one price. It was the price of the game, which is $12.99. A steal at triple the price.
Yep.
for the absolute joy it gives you if you have that inside of you, that gambler mentality inside of you.
That gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty much what it, yeah. Yeah.
No, I
It's,
absolutely told stories about like my very first job at 14 years old, because you could get a job at 14, was at Chuck E. Cheese.
back in the
I made
19
pizzas.
Oh, not Chuck E. Cheese. It's not 1920s. Sorry.
No,
go
it
ahead.
was 1994.
Okay.
1994, I was 14 years old. I got a job at Chuck E. Cheese. I made pizzas and danced around in a mouse costume. And I took my very first paycheck, which I still remember to this day, was for $54. And I took it down to my local game shop and I spent it all on revised booster packs.
For Magic. Yeah.
Magic.
Yep, for Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
And I didn't pull a single fucking winner out of the pack. Like I think they guaranteed rares at least.
Yeah.
Still back then.
You got the one at the end.
One at the end.
But it
yeah.
could be. I think they only guaranteed uncommons. I think for a while. So
But
could be a
it could be
card.
a shitty rare that no one liked.
Yeah.
And that's oftentimes what it was. But yeah, like I still remember to this fucking day exactly where I was standing when I opened a pack of Magic Revised and I pulled out a Shivan Dragon. And I was like, I remember like where I was
The
standing
feeling.
in the store and the feeling of like, oh my God, because it's the card that I wanted. I love the art on it. I love that. I love obviously dragons. And it was like this huge 5/5 fire breathing flyer. If you know anything about Magic, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to crush everybody with this. And I did for a little bit. It was great.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
But yeah, so like this game definitely gives you that, like when you hear that ring and it shows like that foil art, like full art card, and it's like shows the number of like the price is like $1,500. You're just like, oh, that paid for the entire everything I've opened so far. It took me 10 days to sell it, but I sold it.
Yep.
And that's the other thing that I kind of like about the game is the progression is the bigger your shop gets and the more stuff you put in it, the higher dollar customers come in and buy
more stuff.
higher dollar items.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, oh, okay. Cause I didn't know how it worked. Cause it just sat there. It was like, you got to extend your store. I was like, a bigger store means they'll sell higher dollar items. And yes, that is true. At least that was my experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like people ask me like, what would be your ideal shop if you owned a shop that could sell anything, not fantasy, but like reality, could sell anything? What shop would you own? And I was like, dude, I'd probably like get a comic and trading card shop. That would be the shop I would feel.
It's a hard fucking business, man.
Oh yeah. I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the place I would least mind going to work and talking about and selling and stuff like that would be like a comic and trading card shop.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe video games too.
Do all of them. Why not? Yeah. So this game, like we said, it's been doing well. Currently at an all-time peak, 50,000 people on Steam. The big draw, though, which I'm surprised you didn't install, and I'm sure your chat told you 1,000 times, there's a mod for
Pokemon.
this, for Pokemon, and it puts all of the Pokemon cards in this game. And they're like direct ripoffs. Like it's Pokemon through and through. And that is what everyone's actually playing. Is the Pokemon version of trading card.
That's
Shop
so
Simulator.
funny because like, okay, so of course the people that made this game didn't make the mod.
Yeah.
So and if Nintendo were to go after everyone, they'd have to go after the mod creators, not the people that made this game. But the people that made this game are going to profit wildly off
the
people
mod.
buying this game to play that mod. So it's like Nintendo's just kind of screwed. Like there's nothing they can, because I mean they can't go after the mod maker for the sales of the game if they didn't profit off it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't even know how that would work.
I don't know either. It's and I didn't know this as well. Someone in my chat just said the in-game cards of the actual game, not the mod, but of the actual game are based on the dev's previous Switch game, which is an actual trading card game.
Yeah, you can actually play this game, but on Switch or mobile or something.
So he already has ties to Nintendo for being a Switch title.
Okay.
And now he's profiting off the
Guys,
fact
look.
that it's a Pokemon mod that's like selling the game in a lot of ways.
I know it's easy to hate on Nintendo, especially these days, but we got to think. Okay, they got to win their lawsuits too. Okay,
Yeah.
someone's got to think of Nintendo. We're just trying to. Help
How do you
them
think
out.
they're going to wipe their nose, chat? They have to use dollar bills. What else
Come
are
on,
they going to
man.
use? Tissues? No,
Someone, please think of the Nintendos.
no. They got colds. All right, they get sick just like everyone else. They got to wipe their nose with money. That's how we do it. That's how it goes. Once you hit a certain
No,
threshold.
I was
On their
more musing
roadmap-
like. I was just gonna say I think it's like hilarious that there's I don't think there's anything they could do. Like even if they got the mod taken down, it's like it wouldn't they can't. It's like it's like an LLC. You can't go
I
behind
mean,
it.
I'm not going to talk about how to find the mod, but I'm going to do some personal investigating to see if that's even something that they could do. Like what? If it's just a file that's hosted on the internet, what do they do?
Is it like a Nexus mod?
That's I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know where
Anyway.
you get it.
Don't worry, Nintendo will come up with a patent for it. Oh, okay, well there we go. Okay, they'll figure it. They'll come up with a patent. And
Oh my
they'll knock it out
God.
of the park.
It is on Nexus mods.
Well, but hold on.
Wait.
Hold
Nexus
on,
Mods
though.
is hosting a Pokemon conversion mod?
They are hosting
But hold
it
on.
their
As
site.
far as that goes, like we've been like people have been making fan games for years, right?
Yeah.
And
It's like a terrible idea.
it's possible because they don't charge money for it. Is that the workaround that they're finding? Is that they're not charging money for the mod, so they're not making money off of Pokemon? Whereas
but you
Power
can
World
subscribe
is
to
a different thing,
Nexus.
right? Like that kind of.
You can subscribe. You can give money to Nexus Mods to get access to better servers and stuff like that. They are making money with the files they host.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got
They're not restricting getting to the files, but there's no question they incentivize paying them money.
yeah, this one's got the Nexus mod post has both
That's not the same. Yeah, no, there's no question that's not the same. There's no question it's not the same.
both an English and French version. 230,000 total views, 45,000 unique downloads, and 69,000 total downloads. So I guess people have downloaded it twice in a couple cases. But yeah, that's a thing. I wonder, that is a good
but
question.
on their roadmap on the front page of their game, the game's still in early access, but on their roadmap they have a bunch of stuff that they're going to add, like customer review app, customer trade cards. You can organize a tournament, random events, blah, blah, blah. But all the way down it says, like fourth from the bottom, playable TCG. So on their roadmap for the game on Steam, they're going to implement the playable TCG.
I think it's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a It's a very interesting thing. I just wonder how long till Nintendo decides to do anything. Because Co's kind of right. I don't know what we're not lawyers. I don't know what the grounds are for them.
Fully
to do
Retired
anything.
says, as chat's lawyer, I recommend never using someone else's registered IP in your mods. Thank you, Fully Retired. As chat's lawyer, I think that's great advice.
That's probably sound, yeah.
Probably pretty sound advice.
Yeah. There's also the other thing, we were talking about Nintendo potentially going after people that create content. Like, do they go after YouTubers and streamers for downloading and installing the mod and using it? I don't know. Because they're like 99% of the streams that I've tuned in have not been using they've been using the Pokemon mod. So
I do not. I don't give a shit about Pokemon. It's not about the cards, man.
Yeah.
It's about the gamble.
Yeah. But the thing is all the viewers and as well as the streamers, they played Pokemon as a kid, so they actually know the cards that they're opening, and they know that like there's value to
or hell, they play Pokemon these days.
They play Pokemon these days, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a wildly lucrative business, is opening up Pokemon cards on stream.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm sure Nintendo is if they're doing stuff like this against Power World, I'm surprised that they don't have some eyes on stuff like this. But like Kat's pointing out, which is very true, I'm sure the first step is going to be C&D.
Yeah.
And the fact that these things are still floating around and we haven't seen that yet means that they're probably focused elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and like as far as the Pokemon mod for me goes, like I paid attention, like a very like, I don't know, low intensity amount of attention to the first iteration, first 100 and whatever Pokemons, and I knew their names and that kind of stuff, and I could recognize them. And then I probably got like 10% of the next gen, and then 0% of anyone's. So it would be the same fucking thing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like I don't even know how many there are.
It could be Pokemon. I could have it already installed, and I wouldn't know.
Yeah. The other thing that I've actually seen streamers do, which is not related to the Pokemon stuff, but it's always like, what's the biggest card you've pulled? And then it becomes, oh, I'm going to beat you today. And so the stream is, I'm not ending stream until I pull this card or this value of card over X streamer. And they're just going back and forth, and like viewers and both the streamers all fucking love it. Like it's kind of fun to watch.
God damn it, dude. Like that. I mean, it's you saying that is the gambler's fallacy, like writ large. Like you are chasing bad money with good money.
Yeah.
All fucking day playing this game.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you say to yourself. You're sitting at like a slot machine or something. You're just like, all I want to do is win back the money I already lost, and then I'll quit. All I'm going to do is I'm going to open this box. And if there's not at least $100 card in there, I'm going to open another box, and I'll stop when I get to a $100 card. I'll stop when I get to a $250, $3,000, $12,000 card. I will stop. I will never open another pack.
Yeah. Dude, that's how I used to play Path of Exile. When I was like really in it, I'd be like, all right, next Exalt Orb, I stopped playing. 4 hours later, and an Exalt Orb drops, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to bed. But it's like 5 a.m. at that point. It makes no fucking sense why I would do that. So, yeah, I've been there before, Zeke. I know how it goes. How it goes.
But there is, like, as far as the shop aspect goes, like, I pulled my fair share. Probably even below my fair share of, like, cracking packs.
Yeah.
I probably did a lot less than a lot of people. There is something, like, so there's a, like, supermarket sim. There's a satisfying thing about, like, putting stuff on the shelf, pricing yourself, and have people, like, you see the people come in and they make little comment bubbles above their head. They're like, that's a good price. And you're like, yeah, it is. And they come in with like 10 boxes, like they just slap them down. You're just like, sir, you are our preferred customer. You're welcome back here anytime you want.
Oh, that's what they should do.
Very satisfying feeling.
They should allow you to give certain customers preferred customer. Get them on the GameStop like VIP thing. Add that into the game.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, customer cards.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let me just run that.
Exactly.
Oh, also, okay. I don't know if the devs of this game watch the show or will hear about it from us,
Okay.
but please, every sound effect in the game is totally fine. Like picking up the boxes, setting down the boxes, footsteps, whatever. Everything is totally fine. But put a fucking checkbox that says, turn off the beeping of the register. Just have a separate thing.
You don't like the
'Cause
beep of
when
the
you're-
register?
It goes beep, 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 beep.
You don't
It
like
is-
that?
No. When it's constant, it's just awful.
Okay.
Please. Yeah, and so many people are saying the beeping is the best part.
Yeah, I'm kind of
The
on that.
older I have gotten in my life, the more I enjoy figuring out labels for things. And there's a label for people like me. It's called misophonia, which means certain sounds will set me the fuck off for no good reason.
Okay.
And one of them is a constant tick or beep. And I have to find it and shut it off.
Fair.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is. But it's not
No, I'm kidding,
just a me problem. No, I know, but it's not just a me problem. People are like,
I get it.
like they were like, I'm leaving the stream because that beep. And I'm like, it bothers
dude,
me too.
I
Is there a
see
way
that
to shut it off?
all the time with
Yeah.
regular repeating sounds. Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, it's like playing a fucking JRPG when they call out their move in a fight. The people have like maybe 2 minutes of that. And they're like, I'm fucking done. I gotta go. I can't listen to
Starfall Rondo.
Yeah, I can't listen
That will
to that,
stick with me
that
forever.
bullshit ever again.
Forever.
Yeah.
Starfall
Oh, yeah,
Rondo.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they turned it down like for Evo. They don't like the sound of the game is like in the background because it's like, Totsugeki,
yeah.
Totsugeki, like over it.
Oh,
over it.
yeah.
And just
Now
like,
we're talking. That's the good shit right there. Yeah. That's good shit. Wow, you pulled an $18. Wow, you got lucky right there. You pulled 18 to 12. The value of that pack was $35.90. That's crazy, man. You gotta keep going. What's in this pack?
and word of advice to anyone
Oh my God,
out
you
there
pulled
who's thinking about
$17.
thinking
We're
about
never
picking
going
up
to
this
stop talking
game.
about this game.
If you're thinking about picking up this game, blue packs, crack those. The next step up, which is like orangish, yellowish, do not touch those.
Okay.
They are the fucking worst.
Okay.
The ratio of good cards to pack value is fucking terrible.
Okay.
Avoid them. Crack blue, skip orange, crack purple.
All right, there you go. Do crack, kids. Wait.
Come down to Cardboard Crack War. That is my shop. It's open for business 8 hours a day. Wait, hold on. I don't know when I open. I know I close at 9. When do I
Oh,
open?
my
Do I open
God.
at 8? Open 13 hours a day.
Oh man, I'm glad you played that. I've withheld the purchase on it. I'm just trying to buy time till Diablo tomorrow.
I honestly wasn't sure if I would like it because I played Supermarket Sim and I kind of bounced off it because I'm like,
It was
it's
fine.
because the subject matter didn't interest me. This does. Plus, there's gambling.
Yeah, I get it. I am curious, Co, are you jumping back into the Diablo train tomorrow, or launches tomorrow? Comes out fully Tuesday. Well, comes out fully tomorrow, I guess. Really, but anyways,
No.
you're gonna abstain.
I didn't plan. I mean, I always planned on playing it. I didn't realize it was tomorrow.
It's
be
tomorrow.
honest.
It's 6 Eastern or 7 p.m. Eastern, so it'll be during your night stream.
Oh, no. If anything, I'll wait until the next day.
Yeah, then Tuesday is full launch for that.
Did you get one of the big collector things they sent out?
No, I got this. I don't know what the big collector thing is. This is my soul stone.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
got a
cool.
light up, but the battery already died.
Yeah.
What was the big collector thing? Was that just a collector's
I think
edition?
that was it.
Oh, okay. It came in
Yeah.
like a little.
That was the streamer pack thing, right?
Yeah,
Sent
but
out?
there was different levels of it. I think
Oh.
there was one
didn't
that was
get-
fucking huge.
I didn't get any of them, so
Yeah.
they apparently decided to take me off those lists over there.
There was a really large one that I saw floating around, but that might be for like folks that are doing hashtag ads for it. This is just a
Yep, there's a lot of that going around too. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. The reviews already hit for all that. Funny enough, most of those reviews said the campaign was the worst aspect of it.
Really?
Yeah, they said it was quintessential Blizzard, to where it's like a 6 to 8 hour campaign where like cool things happen but nothing gets resolved, and it just leads to like the next thing. If that like where they're just teasing something else or teasing whatever the next, expansion could be, which is pretty typical for Blizzard storytelling. But they all said the game's great, so I'm excited to play and dive back in. I've enjoyed those recent patches for season 3, 4, and 5, and 6 starts tomorrow. So
Yeah, dang, dude, I had no idea it was coming out that soon. That's wild.
well, you've been lost in Satisfactory land, which we can talk about.
Gone.
I got
gone.
sick, and so I basically didn't do anything for 5 days, which included not playing Satisfactory, and I got clean in those 5 days. And now I look at Satisfactory and I'm just like, I can't do it.
I believe it.
I can't dive back in. But I've been living through you vicariously, diving in to your crazy factory. How are you close? Is it almost done?
We're on phase 5, and I am producing currently one of the 4 things for phase 5.
Okay.
So I just the last few streams have been completely taking care of my power situation, which I created a 2,400 rocket fuel per minute factory.
Jesus.
Which can feed into 528 fuel things. And I'm just like extend that out as I need to. And now I finally have rocket fuel for my pack and everything. And we've been doing that, and like we just got the final rank belts, so we're going through and putting those in. And,
is that Mark 6?
Yeah, you can see it right there. It's
damn.
awesome. They glow and stuff. They're actually really slick.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been good. And I mean, every stream, and one of the things I love about this game, every single stream is just crazy progress. We're setting up like a giant drone army that fuels itself, and it's crazy. Been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I used to work. One of my previous jobs was I worked at the main post office in Montana in Billings, and the main post office means it's the hub where all the mail is sorted.
Yeah.
So it's not like the front facing. It's the back where all the shit gets done. And this is what it kind of looks like. It's 12 hours. If you're like they label you casual labor because you're not a full-time employee yet. So I was a casual labor, the lowest paid, still very well paid, but lowest paid on the totem pole. And they work you like as much as they possibly can by law. So you would work 12-hour days, 6 days a week. And that's all you'd be behind these big machines, and you take letters and put them in a bin, take letters, put them in a bin for 12 hours. And that's what that looks like. And maybe that's why I'm like, this does not look good to me. This looks like torturous hell.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. For me, I basically had, like looking at what you're playing here, I had the skeleton of this factory, and that was where I like stopped, and seeing all your progression and like knowing the amount of time that goes into what this progression is, I'm just like, maybe one day we'll go back to it. But if I had kept playing, I'd probably be close to finishing, I would assume. How many hours do you have in this save? 100 plus?
I think chat was saying I'm at about 150 to 160 played right now.
Yeah. That sounds about right. About right. It's a fantastic fucking game. Like I can't.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
I can't argue that.
Great.
When was the last time a game grabbed you like this?
Oh man, probably like some of the most recent CRPGs.
Yeah,
like Baldur's Gate 3, Rogue Trader, Infinite Wealth, the most recent Yakuza franchise. I was completely plugged into that game for a long time. But I mean, it takes something special to pull me in this long. And the thing about this game that's so absolutely incredible, and really I call it Satis therapy, because of like how much like it just puts me in my zone.
You got to go into a zone for it. Yeah.
Oh, you absolutely do. But the big thing about it that I find so much fun is, people keep asking like, why are you playing this game? What's the point and stuff like that. When you're playing a game like this and you have an idea and it's a big idea, which you will of course have. It's a new base concept, or I'm going to build this power plant or this kind of thing. The second you put on the last piece, or the second you see the device that you've been meticulously supplying start to work, that is the same feeling for many of us as beating that Elden Ring boss on the 30th attempt. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many times in this game where I have finished an area and just been like, yes, like, awesome. Like, it's
You flip the
done.
power
Like,
switch
look,
on.
it's working. Yeah. Like, and it feels good, man. It feels really, really good. So it's interesting. It's a different approach, but it is a very similar feel to that kind of thing. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very satisfying.
I'm kind of curious what it'll be like, because I think, what is that ringing you? Is that what's going on?
Oh no, I thought it was my dog down here, but now I don't know.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. I just heard it in the
wait.
background.
Hold on, 1 second.
Okay.
You can keep talking though. One sec.
I was gonna say, I'm curious what the final thing that you create in this is, and when you oh, that was the ring. Yeah.
It was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you finally put that last piece of whatever into this game, if it's gonna feel terrible, or if it's gonna be like I'm done, or if
I'm
it's
already
gonna,
dreading it.
Yeah, like if there's good
Completely
dread.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want it to end. Now, the good thing though, the thing that I keep coming back to is they've already said there's going to be more. They don't think they're going to add phases, I don't think, but they are going to add like more and extra stuff. So it'll be always fun to kind of be able to go back to it.
Yeah.
But also, like, interesting enough, I mean, there's going to be a part of me that absolutely dreads clicking that button to finish this game. But Factorio is about to have an expansion soon, and I've never done a full game playthrough of that. So
What are you
no.
doing?
No, but like the real talk of it is playing this game is, it's cool to have a factory. It's cool to finish your jobs. But the fun part of this game is designing and making it.
Yeah.
So like I can almost guarantee that I will come back to Satisfactory down the road and start an entirely new playthrough using everything I learned in this run and making like much cooler, more interesting, more fun things. So, you know, it's in a lot of ways, the whole base game feels kind of like a tutorial in some ways, where it's like, it's kind of teaching you how to play the game better for the next time you play.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, I definitely felt that every time I would like start a new base, or be where you're at right now in a base and think like, man, the next time I do this, I'm going to build X, Y, or Z way type deal.
So in my playthrough, my actually it's my second base, but the base before my big one, like I got to a point where I was just looking at it and I was like, okay, I need to either rip down every single thing I see and rebuild it, or go across the map and completely restart it.
Yep.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like,
that's exactly
you
what I
just
did.
scrap it and be like, fuck it, I'm going somewhere
Well,
else.
it depends.
I'm going to start over new.
The map is big enough to where you can do that. In fact, when you start the game, you pick a starting location and all you're doing is picking different parts of the same giant map. So it's that big. But in this case, like I literally have my big first base, my first big base has a train connected to it, and it's still functioning and puts everything it makes on a train, and then that gets sent over to my newest base, my biggest base, and then just all gets sorted where it needs to go.
Yeah.
So it's like, so my first base is supplying my second base.
No, that's
which is
the way to
awesome.
do
And
it.
you can do all sorts of fun stuff like that too. So
Yeah.
But doesn't it gall you that your first base is just shit and probably needs to be cleaned
well,
up?
that's the thing. Yeah, and it's
Organized
kind of always
better.
there. Or you can just like freeze it in time and seal it up and never think
Yep.
about it again.
That's
And
what I was
do.
going to do.
That's what I do. I just never think about it, and it's just there cranking out resources that I wouldn't have normally. So
Yeah, because if you stop resources on everything, then it's like too much of a. It sucks ultimately. Like you can't progress while you're building, and that is just a really bad. feeling.
Yeah, that stinks. I just got to this today.
I haven't seen a
It's
quantum
looks
encoder.
like a freaking spaceship, man. Some of the future ones are awesome. The
So
ones to
that's-
the right of it, you can kind of see are particle accelerators. Those are also
Jeez. Yeah, no, I'm
They
just
get
looking at the 3 in, 2 out. It has byproducts as well for the quantum encoder.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. I have to manufacture byproducts just to sync them.
Oh, okay.
You know what's extra cool about that is
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
No, dude.
no, you had me, and then you went out to the weeds, and I just waved.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Okay, there's two parts to this. One, you're absolutely right. This is a huge game for nerds. It's all about building and automation. That's all it is. That's the first thing I'm going to say. You're absolutely right. The second, if you are so absolutely so unaware that you just made that joke after literally spending 30 minutes at a trading card simulator,
Oh yeah.
like I don't even know who you are.
Oh no one's claiming I'm not a hypocrite here.
I don't even know you.
Certainly a hypocrite.
Like,
But from one to another, let me just tell you,
I seriously,
nerdy and shitty and terrible.
I got to the point where I was seriously like, please stop talking about this game. Can we talk about something else? It just kept talking about the trading.
No. I love it. No. People like throughout the day when you guys go off on like Satisfactory or PUE or something like that, like they're like, oh, Zeke's so bored. He's out. He's not even paying attention. It's like, no, I am paying attention. The reason why I'm paying attention is so I can say shit like that.
There you go.
No, but it's funny you made that joke though, because the amount of people that have come by while I'm playing, especially at this point in the playthrough, that have come by and have been like, no, I'm pretty much only put Ko on when he's playing this game if I need to go to bed. Like this is what I watch if I want to sleep or if I want to relax. Like the amount of people that have been like, please play something that's not so chill. Like please play something more engaging. So I totally feel you 100%. This is not a game for everyone. But for those that it is for, it's very special.
Yep. It's a hell of a thing. I'm curious to see where you're at, I guess. Do you have plans to finish it this week? I guess, does that make sense?
I mean, interestingly enough, like I'm right now, I'm in the phase where I'm like, my goal is to construct the final phase's parts. The problem is that I have no idea how long that's going to be. So like, you know, I don't know if it's a kind of thing where, you know, I'm going to play this evening, you know, maybe I can get 2 more parts set up tonight. Maybe I'll get halfway through one. You never really know until you sit down and like look at all the subcomponents and stuff. And
Start
I haven't
doing
even
the
done
math.
that yet.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing at least a week or 2 left. But I'm also like, I haven't done any essentially outside of like fabric and some filters and stuff. I don't pretty much do any manual crafting. So I set up the whole production lines, which in some cases dramatically increases the length of my playthrough. There are some items that are just kind of seen as like, it's much faster to just do what you need to do for that phase requirement. Or what a lot of people do is actually just buy stuff off the store with the tickets, which is another really fast way to do it.
Sure.
To rip through that stuff. But yeah, because we're kind of doing everything slower, it's taking longer. But I'm not rushing it. I'm in no rush to end it. I've been enjoying the time. I mean, I've got other games I can play, and there's other games coming out, but you know, I'm loving it. So
yep,
taking my time.
Cool. Really, the only thing that I've played outside of Deadlock and Metaphor was the finals. I did a little sponsored thing and played with Astacross and J3 in a little like creator tournament they had, which was really cool because I never interacted with either of them. Astacross is from the Destiny community, and J3 is a former Overwatch pro and now like FPS player, and they were really nice people. I was expecting, my social anxiety was like, oh, this is going to be the worst. They're going to make fun of you nonstop because you're bad, blah, blah, blah. I was bad and they didn't say a single thing. So that's great.
There's studies done about like who is the most toxic players. And they're the ones who are just barely above average.
Got it. Okay.
Anybody
I believe that.
above that echelon is like, no. Like, it's a self-confidence thing. The least self-confidence of us project that on other people. So the people who are really good at shit don't need to do that.
Makes a lot of sense.
It's a very good point. Yep.
Yeah. We, one of the teams in this, there's 2 other teams. One of the teams had 2 professional Rainbow Six Siege players. And we didn't know that going in. So we got into the first map And the way the finals worked, if you've never played this, this is season 4. That was the big push sponsor-wise that they were getting us to talk about. But it's, I mean, how would you describe? It's not King of the. It's like capture the flag and then like King of the Hill kind of game modes in one. I don't even know.
You're trying to. This is the one where you grab the money thing.
You grab the money and you go and deposit it and then like wait for it to.
It's a hybrid of like point capture and deliver. Like,
yeah,
it's just very similar.
It's very unique. That I've never played that type of mode before. Or at least a combination of like King of the Hill and capture the flag. But yeah, we got into the first map, and we had played the day prior to like learn how we play as a team type deal. And one of the Rainbow Six guys was on top of a roof with a sniper. And I think the map ended. Everyone had about 1 or 2 kills, except for him because he had 18. We just got absolutely fucking obliterated for the next 2 hours. And it wasn't a battle for first. It was a battle for not last between us and this other team. Because the other team won every single game after that for the next 2 hours. So it was still fun, regardless of us getting absolutely destroyed by these Rainbow Six pros. And I actually really enjoyed the game. I didn't realize like how many people are playing. It's got like 50 or 60,000 people playing every single day for season 4. Because I thought it was a lot smaller. Yeah.
50 or 60,000 active players daily.
I'll double check now. Let's see. Steam DB the finals.
Dude, good for them, man. I that's a lot more popular than I thought. I mean, the game's cool. I played the hell out of it for a few weeks and had a good time.
Okay, I misspoke. It's 25,000 was their 24-hour peak. And they peak about that every day since season 4 dropped.
That's not nearly as good, but that's still not bad. That's certainly not like dead game. It's not 300.
Yeah, they were averaging 18,000 before then, and then 30,000 when season 4 dropped. And they've been around 27, 28 on Steam.
Okay.
It's really unique. I haven't really played an FPS like that. That's, so destructive world focused. They've got this new shit now, this gadget that where it's on mediums and they can basically just make a wall transparent so you can walk through it. Or
that's cool.
If there's if the capture point is like right there on that floor, they can go below it and then just make it transparent and everything will drop out and then cancel it and then it's solid again. And so they would the guys kept like stealing the fucking thing from us every time by just dropping it out from underneath us and then closing it again. And we couldn't do anything because we didn't have a way to like drop the floor.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, they were just better at it for sure.
Yeah.
But it was cool seeing that type of like strategy for it. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Someone in chat. That 25K is 25K more than Concord. Not wrong.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Not wrong.
True.
Dude, I had this weird thing where I was looking at my
It's
Steam.
already dead. Stop.
I was looking at my Steam library and I still have Concord installed.
Ooh.
And like I right clicked on it and I was like, maybe I shouldn't uninstall.
What happens if you hit play? Does it boot up the
It opens.
Does it just not connect to a server, I guess?
The front page is hanging on initializing.
It probably won't connect to the server.
It says waiting for game ...
Yeah, I bet you it just never connects.
Oh,
I would never
that means
uninstall
that every time you open it, it just sits there and waits for a call that will never come.
That's right.
It just sits here saying waiting for game ...
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah. Sad stuff.
Yeah, it's like ISP IT simulator, like on the phone with them.
Oh wait, it closed. Wait, it kept moving. It opened. Hold on.
Wait,
what? It opened.
It closed.
I've got a heartbeat. Get the paddles. Let's go.
Yeah, I know, right? I have a main screen.
Can you hit
Hold on, let me see if I can actually go in. Yeah, it's doing the intros and stuff. Oh God, unskippable intros. Ugh. Error. Concord has been taken offline beginning September 6th, and then it timed the message out before I could actually read it.
Oh,
Concord's been taken
it's the
offline beginning September
month-versary of
6th for refund
Concord
and other
dying.
details. PlayStation.com/Concord update. That's all it does. Thank you again to all the free gunners who have joined us in the Concord Galaxy. Code Sodium4.
could you get a?
Yeah, that's it.
Were they offering refunds on Steam as well, or is it just PlayStation?
Yeah. Oh, no. They refund everywhere.
Okay, gotcha.
They completely refunded the game.
Gotcha. Sad stuff. It is the month
didn't
anniversary of Concord closing.
I wonder if there's a way you could like land it up, like do a land.
No. You can't even get in. You can't like
Okay.
the front page
Yeah.
opens and it doesn't even give you the main menu. It just immediately
Okay.
gives you that.
Yeah. What else you guys been playing? We got about 20 minutes. Any other things to bring up?
I'd love.
I'm guessing you didn't see my message, but that's okay.
Oh, I did not. Sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna head out like 10 minutes ago, but that's fine. The thing that I needed to
Okay.
head out to.
All right. I mean,
No, it's okay. The thing that I needed to head out to, it seems to have calmed down, so I think I'm okay.
oh, okay.
I'm just gonna talk about games that bore you anyway, Co. Why don't you just go?
Well, I mean, hold on. Is it Zeke's time?
I think it is.
No,
Zeke's time.
no, there's a game I want to talk about, but you can go to it. It's
I'm kidding.
this is 300 plus shows. You can take off early one day. It's okay.
That'd be 400 actually. Plus. Not 300.
Actually,
I
you
meant.
know what? You know what? I should
That's what I meant.
probably go make sure it's all going okay.
Yeah.
I probably should go.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
No,
but
no.
thank you so much. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it on here so you guys can hang out and have a good time.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Here you go.
What else have you been playing?
So I checked out a game called The Holy Gosh Darn.
Okay.
Um,
Let me pull up some video footage. The holy gosh darn. Okay.
Yeah, it's by Perfectly Paranormal. They made the Manual Samuel, which had some minor success in 2016. But this game, like I saw it on Indie Day, like it was suggested, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a look. And I am not kidding you. In the trailer, I was like, okay, this looks like a charming point and click ish kind of a game. But what sold me on was at one point in the trailer, you sit down across a bar table, like a table inside of a bar, and you're talking to a butt. And the butt doesn't say words, it just farts at you as language. And I'm like, okay, this is a game for me. Let's check it out. And then I'm so glad I did, because I ended up checking it out and finishing it on a different day.
Nice.
Because it is, the writing in it is very, very well done. It's witty. It made me laugh out loud several times. It's unexpected. It's irreverent, I guess you could say, because the whole premise of the game is you play an angel in heaven and something happens and heaven explodes because certain rules are violated with
Okay.
spirits and them being allowed into heaven and stuff like that. So death comes to you, who is the same death from the Manual Samuel games. He comes to you and he says, listen, I'm going to give you a special watch, special stopwatch, and you can go forward and backwards in time, and it's like Groundhog Day, except it's not a whole day repeats. It's, you can go back and forth however many minutes you like, in 50-minute chunks or whatever. So you have to basically make the perfect day happen eventually. Like you have to
Okay.
and the comedy comes in where you talk to people and they start talking to you, and there's a mechanic where you tell them to just spit it out because you've heard this 5-6 times already. So they're like, oh, the blah blah blah, and you're like, just tell me what you do, and you get to the point and you tell them what they're gonna say and shit like that, and it's fucking funny as shit. Because they're like, wow, that was fucking rude. How did you know? That's like, because I'm from the future and I'm an angel. I'm trying to stop the heaven. And you start talking like really fast.
Very
to them
Groundhog Day.
because it's just, it's the same day over and over and over again. And
Yeah.
the same conversations. So the mechanic they worked in is to not punish you with having to sit through it. Because the first time you talk to somebody, you sit through it to get all the information out of them. And then you rewind the day and you say like, the statements you say to them get shorter and shorter and shorter to get what you want. Like, just for example, Peter is the guy at the pearly gates who lets people in, right? And you have to get the key to heaven's vault from him. So the first time you talk to him, he goes at length about, or he asks you, how am I going to know that you're from the future if you come back and talk to me? She goes, tell me something that no one else would know. No one else besides you know. And he goes on until the very last minute before the apocalypse happens. And he's just hemming, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I should. I don't know. For like 5 full minutes, he's just like, no, I don't know. I don't know. My real name is Simon. Boom! Explosion. So then you rewind time, go back to the beginning of the day, go talk to Peter, and you're like, your real name is Simon. I need the key to the vault. Now shut up and give it to me. And he's like, okay. And he just hands it to you. Like, it's super awkward because he's like, oh, well, I guess you get it.
Yeah.
So you take the key back to the vault. And that's like how the game goes.
Okay.
And the other part, there's, when you time travel, they add these little like, when you time travel, you vomit. For the first, like, I don't know, dozen times you time travel, you go back and you puke. And they make the characters recognize that. Like, so you time travel and you're in front of Peter and you go, blah, and he starts talking and he goes, yeah, so my real name is, did you just puke? It's like, yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But it's this casual, nonchalant, like, it's just the voice acting is excellent. The writing is excellent. The music is really good as well. But it's
Is everything
it's
voice
one of
acted?
the funnier games. What's that?
Is everything voice acted?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Every line is voice acted. There are some lore tidbits that you can find.
Yeah.
Like you find books here and there that are just text because they're books. But like every single time you talk to a person, it's fully voice acted. Absolutely fully voice acted.
That's awesome.
And it's very well done.
Yeah.
You can if you want to check it out, it's a downloadable demo, which is great.
That's always good.
And it took me about 12 hours to complete one run. Actually, it probably took me like 10-ish because I started on Indie Day and then I started it from the beginning again to play it through on one full day.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
But it's $16.99 and it's one of the funnier games dialogue wise that I've played in a while. It's really, really good. I thought it was special.
The holy gosh darn. Check it
Yep.
out. There was another game that I'm blanking on the name, but I want to see if you played it. So I'm just going to scour your video list here on Twitch because you play so many friggin' games. It's hard. Let's see.
While you're looking, one of the side quests in the holy gosh darn is there are 24 elders in the game, and it's actually related to some biblical mythology. But you meet one elder early on, and he goes, I want you to find all 23 of my brothers and sisters and tell them how much I hate them. So one of the side quests is you go around to these little tiny elder like angels or whatever, and you just walk up to them and tell them you suck. And there's 23 of them, and they're varying degrees of like hidden, or you have to jump through hoops to get there, find them, stuff like that. But it's just funny because every time like you just walk up to them like, Elder 15, you suck. And they go, oh. It's like the saddest sound you ever heard. Like, oh.
The game I was looking for was this, the Plucky Squire. I felt like this game came out and like people talked about it and everyone was kind of like, eh. And then they went on to the next game. Was that kind of the same for you?
Yes, it most certainly was, for a couple of reasons. One, I quit the game because I ran into a bug, and this game autosaves. There's no manual saving in the game. It autosaves. So I ran into a bug where you know how you like in puzzle games, you push blocks onto switches or whatever, right? I had, in essence, had one of those blocks and pushed it off a ledge, and I wasn't supposed to be able to do that.
Oh, shit.
And it hard locked me out of the game. So like I could not reload a save to save it. I would have had to go back to the beginning.
How far were you in the game at that point?
Let me see.
That sucks.
Yeah. uh, 4 hours.
Jeez.
So yeah, so I was 4 hours into the game.
I
It
don't
would have
blame
been, it would have gone by a lot faster
don't
if I
blame
would
you.
have, you know, restarted from the beginning. But that sucked, and they addressed it. I saw like in a patch notes, they were like, we've seen a few issues of these things disappearing and not allowing you to continue and stuff, blah blah blah. And I mean, to their credit, they do have a log of 5 autosaves that you can go back and pick from.
Oh.
However, I had gone in but it autosaves every time you go in and out of a page or a room or whatever. So I had done that enough that it was all gone.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
just if you encounter a game-breaking bug, just shut the game off and restart from a previous save.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm not sure how much that's happening since then, but it was a hard lock. It's like I had to start the game over again
Fuck.
if I was going to. But
Yeah.
the main reason why I didn't, because if it was a good enough game, I would have been like, okay, 4 hours of progress, knowing what to do now, probably like 2. You know, probably cuts the time to get back to where I was in half. However, the game itself there's barely any challenge. Like,
That's what I heard.
is fairly easy, and it also, I don't mind games that are made for kids if they're made well, like, or if they make it for kids but also have, you know, adults in mind. Kind of like, you know, like some of those animated movies that are like, they give you a little wink to like the adults watching, like, kids aren't going to get this reference, but you will, you know, like if it has something like that. But this game is all young. It's like it skews too young for me. Like the challenge, the puzzles, like that kind of stuff. It was just it had too much, like, too kid gloves
Huh.
on
that
it.
sucks.
That I was like, it's a neat idea and the trailer looked awesome, but it did not appeal to me and didn't grab me at all.
Got it. Yeah, I don't think that was not. I feel like that opinion was shared by a lot of people that played this.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Yeah, it holds my hand way too much. It's cool looking. Next game." They just moved on to the next thing. So, it did have a pretty eye-opening trailer though. When we all first saw it, I think everyone's reaction was like, "Damn, that looks fucking cool." It sucks that they couldn't.
It was one of the rare games that I actually wrote on my calendar. It's like, oh, this is when it releases.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it immediately.
It sucks they couldn't
yeah,
like
it
land
just-
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing-
Maybe they'll put
nothing,
a hard mode or something.
A hard mode, yeah. I don't know if there's like. I really don't know if the challenge, like, it was a combination of the challenge and the dialogue story and stuff like that. It wasn't particularly clever dialogue,
Yeah.
but I could see how it could be entertaining for someone who is young.
Got it. Makes sense. Cool. That's the Plucky Squire. I guess that's the show. I guess we're good. Anything else you want to bring up?
Just one other game that I wanted to bring up that I'm sure you've heard of. People are playing UFO 50.
Yeah. How was that? Did you play all 50?
I did. I
Okay.
actually did. I sampled all 50 of the UFO 50 games. And like you might imagine, with a game that has that many like things in it,
Yeah.
not all of them were for me or what I thought were good.
Right.
But I will say the ones that were good were really good. Like I really enjoyed playing them. The cool thing about UFO 50 is it simulates going from 1982 game to like a 1990 something game. So like as you progress, the graphics get better, the sound gets better. You can tell like there's more money thrown into the game or whatever, stuff like that. So the one you're seeing right now is probably later on, like after the middle of the game or after the middle of the 50 games, because it looks good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like, you know, super stripped down or anything like that. And I thought that was a really cool idea.
Yeah.
But
that's
they
a
have
cool
everything
experiment.
from like, they have all like almost all genres represented. There's, except like first person, not as much. I don't think, if at all. I'm not sure. I don't remember a first person game, but that wasn't a big deal in the like before the 90s. It was just becoming a thing. But like they have action, they have puzzle, they have a straight up RPG, dungeon crawler, but like Metroidvania kind of like stuff like that, all in like, a very retro fashion, which definitely appeals to me. I would say out of the 50 games that I checked out, 5 of them were excellent. Another 5 on top of that were really good. And then there's 10 of them that were fun. That's fun.
Okay.
And then the rest of them are like, not a thing I like. So with that said, you can beat all the games. And every time you beat a game, they give you like a gold cartridge. So if you want to spend the time, you can beat all 50 of these games and get like, the gold cartridge. But there was a couple of them that I wanted to point out. The names of them are very much like in the style of the 80s. It's like,
well, this is
like
rock.
games like
yeah,
Rock On Island Adventure or something like that. It's like,
yeah.
but there's like other, like alien space games called dub things in the fashion of like Arkanoid. Like if you heard the word Arkanoid, would you know what that game is? Maybe you have an idea possibly, but it's like, it could be a fantasy game. It could be a space shooter. They name their games a lot like that. Like there's just made up words, fantasy places, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So it's hard to tell you like the names of the game. But there was a role-playing dungeon crawler game where it was first person, and you'd go like square by square by square, turn right, square, square, square. That was really fun and well done and had some length to it. Like just beating the first 2 like levels of it, because the object is to go down each level. And like it keeps you interested the whole time.
Huh.
This one's a tower defense game.
Yeah, I started to say this is just tower defense.
Yeah, tower defense game that I had no idea what I was doing until I went back to the hub world and listened to the tutorial. You're a caveman, so you listen to the tutorial caveman again, and they're like, you can drop me anywhere. I was like, oh, I can drop you? I don't just do it all myself? Okay. Right. Oh, the other thing about this game that I wanted to make sure is I don't know if there's a manual included in the PDF, like a PDF or something in the game files. I haven't checked. In fact, I'll check right now. But this game, 0% holding your hand. It just throws you into a game and doesn't tell you shit about the rules.
That's great.
Like nothing. So you just have to fucking figure it out like you used to. And I think that might be on purpose. Because it's like I was thrown into a couple games. I'm like, what? No explanation. I have no idea what the fuck is happening here. You died. Game over. Like, okay, I guess I'll start again.
Yeah, that's how I used to be.
But
man.
you just figure it out by doing. It's learned by doing very much. If there's no manual, which I was about to check.
Yeah, that's how it was supposed to be. What does this cost? What does UFO 50 cost? Is it like $10?
It is $24.99.
Oh, okay. Do you think that's appropriately priced? I mean, you get 50
for
games, I guess.
For all the different game modes, and some of them can take you hours to finish.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I would say it's not ridiculous. I would say that is reasonable. I would say $19.99 would be probably where I would put it.
Okay.
But $24.99 for what you get out of it, not bad.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I heard a lot of buzz about that.
But you have to like retro. You have to like that kind of aesthetic, those kind of sounds, because it's all retro sounds too. It's all beeps and boops.
Yeah.
Until like you get further on in the years, and there's going to be a lot of them that aren't for you, that you're just going to be like, this game is fucking terrible. Yes, there will be those. There will probably be like 20 of those for you. But if 30 games are playable, it's not bad.
Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. Cool. All right. I'm going to call it a show. We're good. Let's do some shout outs. Here, I'll go first since you just spent a whole bunch of time talking. I'll let your voice.
Can Ko go first?
You want Ko to go first?
Yeah.
We'll let Ko go last.
Okay.
Let's let Ko go last. Hi, I'm emmuJP. I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to take the rest of the day off. Tomorrow we've got the Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred launch, which I'm very much looking forward to. I'll be streaming Tuesday, which is my normal day off for that. Wednesday, I will not be here. I've got some medical crap going on that I got to go deal with. And then Thursday, probably back to more Diablo. Friday, I guess we'll start that Metaphor playthrough. So that's what I got going on this week. I've also got a bunch of sponsored streams through all of that stuff. We're taking a look at like Timberborn. We're taking a look at 2 or 3 other things, which I forgot. But I'll get that all uploaded and updated over to jpdia.net. So if you want to see what's going on, head on over there and you can find the schedule as well as any other games coming up in the future. Zeke, what do you got going on?
Yo, yo, yo. Thank you, Co and JP, for being my co-host every week. My name is Ezekiel III. You can find me at or / Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, or Ezekiel III, all spelled out, on Instagram and TikTok. I stream every day at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, so start time of drop frames. I have Mondays off, so I won't be working tomorrow, and my lady is screaming in the background.
Yeah, what? I heard something.
Heard that?
I didn't hear what. I just heard loud, high-pitched screaming.
Yeah, we're a loud household, and she's playing The Last of Us, so I'm guessing she's probably screaming at the game.
Oh.
She's never played it, so.
Oh.
Anyways, what am I doing? Well, tomorrow I take Mondays off, but on Tuesday, we have another 100-month sub game, but it's going to be a special day because not only are we playing an old-ass fucking DOS game called Leather Goddesses of Phobos, which is from 1980 blah.
Jesus.
But it's also, we're going to be, they have also requested that we raise money for a charity called Rough Tales Rescue, which is a foster-based dog rescue organization dedicated to saving lives of abandoned dogs and redirecting them to stable, loving environments that serve as their forever home. So we'll be raising money for that. If you want to come out and donate during that Leather Goddesses of Phobos stream, please do. That's happening on Tuesday. And then I will be back to TCG Card Simulator on Wednesday. And I swear to God, it's been really tough to hold off on it. And then Friday, we're playing Metaphor. I'm going to check out Metaphor for the first time. So
fantastic.
That's what I got. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. All right, Co, do some shout outs here. What do you got going on?
I'm Co Carnage. Oh, wait, there we go. I'm Co Carnage. Oh, what?
Why didn't it adjust? Well, shit. Now we're all fucked.
Go ahead, keep going. You're almost there.
Oh. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, God. All right, there we go.
I'm Co Carnage. I play video games for you to fall asleep to. You want to come visit my factory? You can come visit my factory. It's so big. You have a hot dog for me to eat? Nom, 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 nom. Okay, follow me at cocarnage.com. And it's not to be confused with corn cabbage. Bye.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Co. Appreciate both of you guys for being with us once again. We will be back next week, probably talking Metaphor, Diablo, I guess whatever else the hell is coming out. Maybe even bring a guest on. So we will see you guys then. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure to go follow or subscribe rather to youtube.com/itmeJP if you want to watch the VOD of this. It should be up here in about an hour or so on the channel. Have a good rest of your day. We're out of here. Bye-bye.